Hello.
Hello, guys. You know what it is, man. It's the True North Views podcast. This is episode 10.
It's 10.
This is a mini milestone. Episode 10. What did we say? We before we started, the goal was to get to, I think, at least 100 episodes. We said, if I wasn't mistaken.
We said something about 100 episodes. When we get 100 episodes, something's going to happen.
But wasn't it like, yeah, we said something. But wasn't the first goal like 10? Or some shit.
Either way, we're there already.
I remember it was something hella low, but either way, we're there. That's all that matters. Shout out to us. 10 episodes in, we still don't have the soundboard set up.
It's coming soon.
We got everything. Guys. We have the app. It was $7 on iTunes. We have. Do we have the clips? I guess we kind of have the clips. You can just
make clips.
Interchange them. We just are too lazy to set it up.
It's coming.
So it is what it is. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Don't worry. We're just getting better and better and better and better. But like I said, guys, welcome to another episode of the True North Views podcast. It's your favorite podcast, and it's your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast. Trust me. We are the kings of dope criticism.
The Pharaohs of Prolific Opinion.
And the emperors of elevated thought. You know what it is. It's your boy Harris here.
I go by the name JustShola.
And as usual, we're giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first generations Canadians on what's really buzzing, what people are talking about, and perhaps what people are not talking enough about. Now, this was an interesting week.
Why so?
Because everyone's going to be talking about the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone's going to be talking about the same thing. So it's like, do we just join the club? Maybe. But before we get to any of that, of course, let's do our usual unofficial friends segment. So, of course, for those that don't know, the official unofficial friends segment, I should say, it consists really of, put it this way, it's our time to start stunting, start flexing on who's been interacting with us. Who do we know unofficially? Who knows us unofficially? Who's invited to the all-white party officially? Is that what was it? What was that clip when Draymond was like, "Yup."
Oh, it was when they won the it was when 2 years ago when they won.
Yeah, it's like yup. It was because it was doing them the E40 song where like yup. He's like, did we win? Yup. Are they national champions? Yup. Oh,
NBA finals? Yup. LeBron? No. Cavs? No.
So that's what it is, guys. It's interaction with us unofficially, interactions with them unofficially, invited to the all-white party officially. You already know what it is, guys. But we have a couple of names to add this week. First candidate, first recipient to the all-white party. Welcome. Jordan, JRDN, welcome to the club.
What was his hit song?
I forget, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man.
It's not Butterfly. I can't remember. He had that one hit song.
Deadass, I was gonna look it up, but I was like, you know what, man? Let the people decide.
Jordan Sparks? No, I'm thinking of the wrong person.
No, that would be weird.
That would be weird.
That would be kind of weird. But I feel like I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, but anyways, he liked a reply of a tweet that we mentioned. So you guys do the degrees of separation there. It took me a few moments to read that again. So he liked a reply of a tweet that we mentioned. So we tweeted, somebody replied to the tweet.
We retweeted it.
No, and then he liked the reply.
Oh, and then he liked, okay. That's a song.
But at the end of the day, it's still worthy of a Twitter notification. Right? So it's a Twitter notification, so that counts to me.
Yeah, it does. Hey.
C'est la vie. Welcome to the club. Second name I want to mention to the all-white party, Miss Elise LeGrow. Now, not too many people know who this is. This is a Toronto jazz artist. I had the pleasure of going to her show last week. She has an album out. It's called Playing Chess. Really good album. She has a really... Yeah.
Where was it?
Yo, it was in a church, bro.
In a church?
It was part of Toronto Jazz Fest.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Jazz Fest was last week, right?
Yeah, it was part of Toronto Jazz Fest. Right. I think there's a more local jazz fest going to happen, too. I think it's called the Beaches Jazz Fest in the Woodbine Beach area. I don't know if she's going to perform again, but I'd be down to see her again.
Shout out to her, man.
Really good singer, really wide range of vocal ability. She's one of those names that you kind of keep an eye on right now because in 5 years,
they'll be blowing up.
It's almost like the way that like like I was kind of on Dua Lipa for like a year and a half, 2 years.
And then she blew up.
And then now she's a megastar, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same thing. Snow Allegra kind of to the same extent. She hasn't blown up quite yet, but she's like a year.
Blow up?
I think she's a year away. I think she's a year away.
I think she's peaked.
Maybe she just found that niche, like her or like
that
maybe.
corner that she can corner, that market she can corner.
But shout out to those two being added to the club, Jordan and Elise LeGrow. Isn't Jordan Canadian?
He is Canadian, from Toronto.
So boom, there you go. Two Toronto mans, even though Elise is a lady.
Yeah,
but
get the point.
Two Toronto mans being welcome to the club.
Remember, all white.
Coming onto the Ark. This is the TNV Ark. It's replacing Noah's Ark. Welcome to the club, guys.
We'll get you bottles of your choice.
We'll get you wine. Natural wine, sparkling, whatever you want, man.
Sparkling wine.
Whatever you want.
Take a bite of no frills.
Where do you want to start, man?
Power's back.
Power.
Let's give them a heads up.
Power is coming out. Well, by the time this episode comes out, Power will be out.
Yes, the first episode of Power will be out.
Let's do podcast tricks. You know how they always like change the day that they're recording to make it sound like the day that it released?
Did you do that?
Of course. That's like Radio 101. It's Podcast 101. You know about that? It's like when you have a guest on the show. So like, okay.
Oh, yeah. The guest is not live. But then they make it
They're not live. But I'm saying, so it's like, so we're supposed to say, yo, Power's been out for 2 days now.
Wait, how do we talk about the episode? Can't talk about the episode.
That's true. Fuck it. Whatever. It is what it is. We're recording this on June 30th.
Yeah,
full disclaimer. Full disclaimer. And this is releasing on June 3rd. Sorry, June 3rd. July 3rd.
I was like, what?
I'm tripping.
No, July 1st, the Power comes up.
No, I'm saying our episode's coming out July 3rd.
After it airs.
And the Power episode comes out Sunday, July 1st.
Yeah.
So we're going to sit here. We're going to act like, guys, it's been 2 days since it's out. How y'all feel? How y'all feel? If y'all didn't miss it, y'all missed a good one.
Yeah, you missed a good episode.
Mans was wilding out when he did that and that and that.
Can't spoil. No spoiler alert.
Don't kill me. But what do you expect from this season?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be fucking wild, bro.
They have to. They just killed Reina. Spoiler alert. They just killed Reina.
Anyone that don't know that, they deserve a spoiler.
Tariq got kidnapped.
Did you see the trailer?
No, I did not watch it. I don't like watching trailers for TV shows.
I don't like watching trailers at all. You guys know me. I fucking hate trailers. Like with my life, give me 2 seconds of a trailer and it's more than enough. You've spoiled it for me. But I stumbled upon the trailer. And it was weird because I just kept watching. I was like, yo, I'm just not going to stop. I'm just going to see where this goes.
Yeah.
And like, let me just tell you, I don't want to spoil it for you, but let me tell you.
It's going to be a good season?
I don't even know if it's good or just wild.
Oh, you just saw guns?
But it's going to be a wild season.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's going to be a wild season, bro.
Power's one of those shows.
I don't know, man. Is Power still the show of the people?
It still is, unfortunately.
Still the show.
Well, not unfortunately, just still is.
Do you think this will be the last season?
No. I think they have at least one.
Too much momentum?
Yeah.
I think they have. Yeah, I think you're right. I think at least one more season.
They're still going up.
Yeah.
You don't stop until you start going down. They're like, all right, don't go down too much. You just kind of cut it, the first decline.
What happened with the? Are they good with Stars again then?
I don't know what's going on with that. Is it airing on Stars?
I don't know.
It is airing on Stars, right?
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with that. I know that's back, and I'm going to find a way to watch it.
Shout out to Power.
Yeah, shout out to Power.
I don't even remember how we got into Power.
Someone told me about it.
Fuck.
It was after the first season because I remember the second season had just started. I think you had talked about it too before.
I think I know how I got into it. Because I was watching from the first season.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I remember you saying Power.
Yeah, because just following 50. Yeah. Like we needed a new show. We needed a new hood show.
Pretty much.
I initially thought it had Wire-esque ability to it. Obviously, we know it's not that type of show, but it's good. Mm-hmm. It's a really good show. I like it. I enjoy it. I remember 50 always promoting it, and I'm like, yo, you guys have to check out this Power thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was super into it, and I was like the only one at the time.
Goes on
and then
early.
Eventually, got you guys into it.
I remember after the first episode, I remember I was talking about, oh my gosh, Power. I'm like, fine, let me watch this show.
It's like,
and I was done. After that, I was hooked. I was like, yes, this is the show.
Yo, it took me. This is completely off topic. How many seasons of Game of Thrones are there?
6, 7. I still need to watch that
6,
show.
whatever. So you haven't watched it all?
I need to. I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to watch it this summer.
It took me until season 4 to start watching Game of Thrones. Because everyone at that point, like that's when it was at its peak, right? So at that point, I was like, like there's always an avenue on like Twitter or Instagram that just enjoys to hate stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh fuck everyone that watches Game of Thrones. Da da da.
That was you.
That's borderline, right? Borderline. I'm gonna say borderline because I'm not hating on anyone, on their own swag. Whatever. Your opinion's your opinion. But I was just like, why am I not watching it? Like at a certain point, I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. I'm sure you guys are all into it. And then there's always those memes that say, oh, I'm one of the few that's never watched Game of Thrones. I'm so cool, blah, 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 blah. And then at one point I was just like, fuck it, man. Let's just watch the show. Let's see it. And like
addicted?
Yeah, pretty much.
I need to watch it. I tried watching it. The first couple episodes are so boring.
It starts, well, it doesn't even really start slow. It's just, they need to lay all the groundwork.
I get it. I get that.
Right? So it's like it takes a while to sort of be fully set up. And sort of what, some of the things that you see in the early seasons kind of don't relate to the newer shit or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. But they need to they need to set the foundation.
Yeah, exactly. So it takes a while to set the foundation. So give shows a chance, guys.
I've tried like twice. I'm like, no, this show is not for me.
But whatever.
All right, let's go to the main topic.
Okay.
The one everyone's going to talk about.
Let's get into it. Not a lot of podcasts come on Mondays. I'm just gonna put that out there.
We should start dropping on Mondays.
I'm gonna debate it.
I know one podcast that comes on Monday, but they do like movie reviews, so it's not big.
Are you down to do Mondays?
Well, I'm down for a Monday drop. I'm down for any time drop. You want to drop on Saturdays at 2 a.m.? Let's do it.
Yo, I might actually be down for a Monday drop. Now that I think about it.
Who drops on? Oh, Flagrant 2 drops on Tuesday.
No, Flagrant 2 drops on Tuesday.
Yeah, another.
Brilliant drops Thursday. Button drops Tuesday with the video on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Need to Know drops on Thursday.
Monday might have to be the day.
Might have to be
on Monday, so let's do it on Monday.
Might have to be. But as of Monday, on shows like Everyday Struggle and the various podcasts that you will hear throughout the week, you're going to hear everybody talking about Scorpion, and we're going to join that club.
What is Scorpion? What? Scorpion? Never heard of this thing before.
Drake, Scorpion.
Who is Drake?
How do you want to structure this conversation? You want to go track by track? You want to talk about the rating off the top of the bat? Do you want to talk about the Pusha beef at all, which seems to have gotten forgotten?
Let's talk about first, did you like this album?
I liked it, overall.
Where does it rank in your top 5 Drake albums?
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really know Drake albums like that. Like, I sat and I thought about, like, while I was listening, I sat to myself and thought, where does this rank in Drake's all-time shit? And I'm like, I really don't know Drake albums.
You don't know Drake albums?
I know Drake songs.
Thank Me Later.
I know some of the main shit.
But you don't know his albums like that.
But I don't remember his albums top to bottom. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right? Like,
so I don't know. It's a thing.
Like, I was tweeting the other day and I was like, yo, if the singing is not like Marvin's Room, and then I thought to myself, wait, the album is not called Marvin's Room. like the album, I still don't know what the album's called. What's that album? What was that?
Thank Me Later, right?
Was that Thank Me Later? With the like writing on the desk or some shit?
Yeah, that was Thank Me Later, Take Care. Okay.
So,
Take Care.
I don't really have an answer for that as to how I would rank it. It's like, where does... Do you have a rating?
It's not his best album, I would say that, but I'll probably put it in his bottom 2.
Like his bottom tier. Okay, let's just talk tiers then. Like top tier, mid tier, bottom tier.
Bottom tier.
You have it at the bottom tier for now. What would be an example of top tier?
Nothing Was the Same.
What's the one with his head in the clouds or some shit?
That was Nothing Was the Same.
Okay, that's a great
top tier. Take Care would just be second right after that.
If you're reading This Is Too Late.
No, that one was technically not an album. It was technically like a mixtape.
Okay.
Then I'll put Thank Me Later, his first album, third. Then I put Views, and then I put this Scorpion.
Full order, damn.
I'm a G. I like Drake, man. I
didn't realize Drake had so many albums.
He has 5 albums. The first one came out in 2010. He has 5 albums in 8 years.
He's doing his thing. That's a good ratio, man.
Shout out to Drake, man. Hey,
that's a solid ratio.
Ride the wave. He's the hottest person in music right now.
His run has been super long, man.
And it's only and it still has like a good 2-3 more albums before he even starts to decline.
I saw a tweet. Oh, who did the tweet, man? Fuck. I wish I remember who did the tweet. I think it was Marlon Palmer.
What did he say?
Either he tweeted it or he responded to somebody else's tweet or retweeted or something like that. And it was like, you can tell that Drake wrote or recorded at the very least about 80% of that album immediately after the Pusha beef.
You know, I was going to say, it seems like it'd be a new thing that everyone's recording.
I don't like that.
Late.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that because okay. I remember we want to go track by track.
Yeah.
As long as many tracks as there are. We want to go track by track. We'll get to that.
Yes.
We mentioned the Jay-Z feature.
Uh-huh.
But I want to go back to just the Pusha beef in general. Does it sound like he recorded it afterward? And
some tracks, yes.
I think most tracks almost. Not most.
But at least a few, 5 to 6 tracks a minimum.
At least were recorded after or rewritten after or
edited or somehow maybe a verse was changed or the chorus was changed.
But now the Twitter timeline, at least the True North Views Twitter timeline, you know what it is. Follow TNV. Us at True North Views, all one word, True North Views. The timeline on True North Views Twitter page, a lot of people had forgotten about the Pusha beef.
I didn't forget about that.
I can't tell if they're trolling or if they legitimately have
forgotten. They must be trolling. Well, everyone forgot.
About the Pusha
beef. They literally forgot. We're in the age of
that's what I'm saying.
Of social media where
here's my
it's only
thing
news
with
for
that.
2 days.
Here's my thing with that. We keep saying we're in the age of.
We are.
Are we, or are we just making that acceptable?
How can we not make it acceptable?
By talking about it more.
So Drake got bodied by Pusha. Eventually, everyone's gonna say, "Well, move on."
True.
And that's what's gonna end.
That's true.
Now with social media, new things pop up so quick. It's so easy to move on.
That's true. There's way too much news.
Way too much. And again, social media is out there immediately.
I feel like Drake did the perfect response to Pusha.
Well, by not responding?
By not responding, but the way that Drake played the "feel sorry for me" card.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It was like, yeah, you told the world I have a kid, but it's like
you don't know the whole story.
You don't know the story.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a father. Yes, there's a deeper story to this. Yes, I can't believe I ended up being a single parent. He beat Pusha not with fire, but with water.
It's got out of his own fire.
He didn't fight fire with fire. He fought fire with water. It's fucking crazy.
Well, that's how Drake's been.
Because
that's
now
how Drake
it's
does his beefs.
When I was listening to it, I was saying to myself, man, that's tough, yo.
I feel you.
Single parent, I feel you. You didn't want to be like mom and dad. And now you're like them. Man, I feel bad. And then I'm like to myself, am I crazy? What am I talking about? Yo. He knocked up an Instagram king.
After 2 meetings.
Yo,
pine once, pine twice, she was pregnant.
Got her pregos.
Shipped her out the country.
Probably paid her off.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no, she kind of talked, though. She did kind of talk. She does, I don't know. Maybe.
But he definitely did pay some money. She could have talked way more.
Funny? I feel like Drake's the type of guy that wouldn't pay the person, but would rather pay the organizations not to run the story.
That costs way too much money, and it gets way too
that kind of money.
How can you? There's gotta be one story out there that will break.
Okay, so if he goes to TMZ, he goes to Media Takeout, he goes to
Shade Room.
Media Takeout, is that still around, bro?
But that's what I'm saying.
But no, hold on.
He will go to Media Takeout.
Hold on,
I'm
showing my age here. Is Media I need to know.
It's
Media
not a thing
still
anymore.
Around?
It's not it's still around, but it's not like
I can't believe
you don't go there saying let's go for.
So he goes to Shade Room.
He goes to Shade Room.
I can't believe it just said Media Takeout.
Media Takeout.
And he says, guys, if this girl comes to you saying it's my kid,
don't run it.
Don't run it.
Yeah, but then he's not gonna go to every single media outlet out there.
But only the ones that are important.
So, but there's still some.
Only the ones that can perpetuate the story.
Yeah, there's still ways. He's not going to go to Daily Mail. He's not going to go to Huffington Post. And he's Drake, so they will carry it.
25 songs.
Yeah, I was about to say 25 songs.
25 songs.
It was too much.
I like that it was 20. I mean, okay. I like that it wasn't 7. Let me correct my statement. I like that it wasn't 7. Even the Jay-Z Beyonce low key feels short at 9.
Remember we talked about this last episode? We said like 11 would be like the perfect amount.
I still think that 11, 12, like, and I guess he did kind of fit the mold, right? Because it's A side and it's B side. So A side is 12 and B side is 13. But this is exactly what I feared. And I know I'm kind of getting into our next point. I feared, and I think I mentioned this, that with having so many songs, there's going to be a ton of throwaway songs.
Oh yeah, when you have 25 songs, not all 25 songs could be like relevant.
So why would you do that as an album?
Because you got to make this club bangers.
This is what I thought to myself. So I said to myself, if Drake is on a level where he can't just release mediocrity, right? He has to release great project. Oh,
yeah.
However, at the same time, on a 25-track album, there's at least... I'm going to get to it track by track, but I can remember at least 7 or 8 throwaway songs.
I don't think there's that many.
Right? So it's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. But then I thought to myself, well, he's doing that because at the end of the day, they're all going to get streamed and they all equate to money.
This morning, and all 25 songs were the top 25 on iTunes charts. That is so messed up.
iTunes is like... It's the timing, right? Like it could be like, obviously. Hey, you were top 25 for 5 seconds in the day, and now the list is completely different. Mm-hmm. But I mean, whatever.
It's still something, like 25 songs.
Something in that moment.
Yeah.
But I would love to see like how these songs get on, like say Billboard, or something that's just a little bit more concrete.
So before we go into rank, into like track by track,
song, yeah.
How much do you think he will sell first week?
Let me put down the beer as I finish my last sip. Shout out to Stag. Shit. I still have to go back and think about how successful God's Plan was.
God's Plan? They said he's already platinum just by God's Plan.
And I believe that. I truly think you're talking about at least 700.
I know. I was going to say 750 to 800.
Like I don't see how you don't project 700,000 for Drake.
750 to 800. That was going to be my guess. He's
right. Like
he's bigger than everyone. I turned on the radio yesterday. First radio station. I was driving with my friend. I'm like, first radio station. Don't want to play Drake. Turn it on. They're playing Drake. I'm like, I'm going to change to another radio station. Playing Drake. Change it. They're playing Drake. Third radio station. Changed it. See what, they just finished playing Drake.
Did you see what Russell Peters said on Breakfast Club?
About the 6?
About the 6?
Oh, geez, Drake stopped calling it the 6.
Yo, it's facts though, man. Like, okay, listen. To be fair, the 6 has caught on.
It did catch on.
It did catch on. I don't think it's like an ugly name anymore.
No, it's not.
But like, no one really says T-Dot anymore. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, no one says T-Dot. And Drake literally made the 6 the 6.
So what Russell Peters was saying, for those that don't know, was that Cardinal Official, who is a Toronto and then Canadian hip hop legend. Look up Bacardi slang when you get the chance. Bacardi slang is like, it's almost like where I'm from, Jay-Z, but Toronto edition.
Was it called Bacardi slang?
Bacardi slang, yeah.
But is that one where he was walking around to Roy? He was like,
it's the T-da, Cardinal Official.
No, that's not the one thing. I think it was another one where he was talking about Toronto like cities.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, go on about.
But anyways, what he was saying was that Cardinal Official had coined the term T-Dot, which is what Toronto was referred to and is still referred to by a lot of people until Drake came with the 6 thing. And I mean,
I don't mind calling it the 6.
I don't mind anymore, but it's still, I don't know. Whatever.
It grew on me. At first, I was like, come on.
That's the thing. It grew on me. That's why I can't even hate on it.
We're not the 6, but now I'm like, yeah, we know what we are, the 6, and everyone calls us the 6.
I can't even hate it anymore because it has that global recognition now. So
yeah,
shout out to Drake. Let's get into track by track now. I had quite a bit of, I'm not going to call it hate, but I had some critical opinions. I had some dope criticism to give for this.
I see what you did there.
To give for this Drake track by track. So let's start with this. So number 1, Survival Great intro.
Yeah, typical
Drake shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything.
He did mention a few interesting lines on there. I'm not in the mood to look them up.
I was gonna search that. I'm like, no, another podcast will probably do that for you.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to look them up. But that was a good intro. That reminded me of. I think he even said it. Something like too long for the intro, or I'm going too ham on the intro. Or
he said it.
Some shit like that.
Uh-huh. I remember saying something like that.
Then we get to track number 2, nonstop. I'm already cheesed. Because as soon as it started, I said to myself, okay, it's trash, but maybe that's just before the beat drops. And then the song finished. So that's already a throwaway track for me.
Club banger. It's a club banger.
I understand that, but see, this is what I was talking about.
What he said about something about my rollie don't TikTok is a stop or some bullshit. I can't remember what his line was. The chorus, but it's a catchy chorus. It's a club banger. Those are songs that he wants people to keep on playing every night
that's a hard
in a
line.
club.
Now that I think about it, that's a hard.
I forget remember the line. Something about how it's not a rollie to start. Or it's not a stopwatch. It's a rollie.
Something like I know exactly what you're talking about. I just forget the thing.
But I remember that line. I love that line. But
now, don't get me wrong. Like, I can enjoy a track and still not like it and still be critical of it.
I get what you're saying about throwaway.
So as long as you understand what I mean by throwaway track. It's like, so in my eyes,
if the album didn't have this, it would still be fine.
Exactly.
Like, you're not missing much by including this song. Like, you're not getting like, wow, if this song was on the album would have been trash or like not complete.
So at this point, Drake is already 1 of 2 for me.
Yeah.
Now Elevate comes up.
Elevate. No, that's the wrong song.
Drake is 1 for 3 at this point.
Yeah, but honestly, this one, even I was trying to accept it as a club banger, but I couldn't feel it.
I was trying, man. I
couldn't feel it.
I was like, you know what? This is just not it. Drake, you're 1 for 3 so far. Then Emotionless comes on. At the time, this was our early candidate of song of the album for me, right? So he addresses the kid.
Yeah. This guy took 4 tracks to address a kid.
Yeah, I know. We had to wait till track 4.
I thought it would be in the chorus at least.
And that's what I was talking about with the 80% of the recording happened after the Pusha beef, because it's like you can almost like hear the emotion that he's recording with.
Yeah,
maybe he's just good at what he does.
he that too.
So Emotionless comes on. That's fire. He's 204. He's redeemed himself now at this point for me. So it's like, okay, now we're at a point where we're ready for more than 50% of the album to be fire.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
I see what you're saying. I see you.
God's plan.
God's plan.
Out of place.
It did feel out. When it came out, like, oh no, like wrong.
Yeah, I was
wrong
like,
place.
wait, what?
Like, you ruined the flow of the album.
So
it did ruin the flow of the album.
So God's plan comes on. Now, I'm running you guys through the first time I listened to this.
I was on the
which obviously occurred during multiple instances with 25 songs. So at this point, God's plan comes on.
This whole album.
Now, I know I don't need to pay attention to the song because we obviously know what the song is about already. So whatever, I'm letting it play. I'm kind of just doing my thing, driving in traffic. I'm almost home at this point.
Express.
I don't even remember why I was going home. Maybe I just took the day off work. Don't remember. But anyways, I was going home. I was stopped by McDonald's, pull up in the drive-thru. God's plan is finishing at this point, right? So I'm getting ready to turn up the volume and be like, all right, what's next? Because remember what we spoke about? You spoke about this with, which album did you say it was? Where you said you didn't want to see the features.
Oh, it was the J Rock.
J Rock, yeah.
It's not like I didn't want to see. I just couldn't see because I was driving.
Exactly. So that was me, and I do like that. I do like not looking. I like kind of get.
I just like want to see the name.
And then 20 seconds in, I'm like, okay, what's the name of that?
And
I'll look. So whatever. Anyways, I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru. I start turning up the volume because God's plan is finishing, and then I'm Upset comes on.
I'm upset.
Hey. I'm literally upset. At this point.
I know. I actually like "I'm Upset." That song.
But yeah, no, and then again, "I'm Upset" comes on, and I'm literally upset that we are now arguably, if we want to keep it 100, "I'm Upset's not that good of a track. God's Plan minus the video is not that good of a track. Elevate and Nonstop are not that good of a track. So that's 4 tracks that are not amazing.
Out of 6,
we're 2 out of 6 at this point.
I don't know. I like "I'm Upset." I'll give it at least. Yeah, and Nonstop. I'll give him at least a 4 out of 6 at this point.
But then, yeah, that's what I said to myself. I said, you know what? 4 out of 6 because God's Plan is proven, because I'm Upset is kind of proven as well.
People like that song. And the song did grow on me too. When the first song came out, I was like, yo, this song is trash. Drake's album's going to be trash.
Do you think he was testing the numbers for I'm Upset to determine if it was going to be on the album or not?
You know, there was a song that didn't make the album, Diplomatic Community. It came out when God's Plan came out, because God's Plan came out with 2 songs. When God's Plan came out, 2 songs came out.
Okay.
Diplomatic Community
I never listened to Diplomatic
and God's Plan. Because Diplomatic Community didn't take off, and that's not on the album. I noticed that.
Like, so I think he did the same thing with I'm Upset. Great strategy.
Yeah. And you felt how people would respond to the music.
Exactly.
If you had more tracks like that.
Listen, at the end of the day, if it's going to make you more money, I am not opposed to it.
Exactly. Hey, it's a business out here. I want to make money. Why should you not?
Then 8 out of 10 comes on, which is a confusing name.
You know what? It's so
track
annoying.
Number 7.
8 out of 10. I was like, wait, what? I know, right? It should have been 8.
Okay, so
dumb.
Here we are. Are in my eyes, we're 2 for 6. Mm-hmm. In your eyes, we're 4 for 6.
Yes, sir.
I want to make note of that for now. We're gonna see where we end up. Wait, so I'm 2 of 6.
Actually, you know what?
What are you?
No, I'm 5 because the only one I didn't give was Elevate. I like Survival. I like Nonstop. I like Emotionless. I like God's Plan. I like
5 of 6. That's wild.
I'm 5 of 6. I love Drake, man.
That's crazy. Okay, great. So you're 5 out of 6. I'm 2 out of 6. 8 out of 10 comes on. Fire.
Honestly, that the sample and the outro just made the song like over the top for me. I was like, yes, this song is fire.
Is this the one with No, this is not the one with Nicki.
No. That one's later in the song.
Fucking crazy.
The one with Nicki. He didn't put her name in the feature, so I did not even know she was on that track. So I heard it, I was like, wait, what? Is that Nicki?
He didn't put a lot of names on there.
He didn't.
I don't think Jay-Z's name was on there.
No, Jay-Z was on it.
Was his name written?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about like the Instagram post. I'm talking about like on actual Spotify.
Oh, no, Spotify never puts like the names like that.
Yeah, I hate Spotify for that.
But on the Instagram post, on like if you were to buy the hard copy, it would say featuring Jay-Z.
Get your shit together, Spotify.
Fucking Spotify.
The outro audio of that song. So if you remember, it was like, it's like, you big mad. Who is you? You ain't nobody. I ain't get paid to argue with you. You big mad. You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? Yo, Rip, are we gonna have to play 8 out of 10 right now? Shit.
I don't remember that outro.
There's an outro in that song where it's like, it's pretty much exactly what I said. So it's like, oh, you big mad. You ain't nobody.
Who was that?
I ain't get paid to argue with you. I don't even know what it is.
It sounds familiar though, because this album came out yesterday, so I've only had so many listens to 25 songs.
All right, no, let's do podcast tricks. This album came out on Friday, 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Whatever.
I did like that track. From
either way, do you think that's indicative of anything? Is that the response to Pusha? Is that
no?
Because that is sort of a Jay-Z approach, where it's like, come on, bruh, you're not even on my level for me to respond, for me to acknowledge you. And Jay-Z has some of the like most disrespectful subs of all time.
Yeah, he does.
Because we know his stature, right? So I almost feel like Drake was taking a page out of Jay-Z's book by not responding to Push,
but using
something like that.
I could see it.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right? So I'm 3 out of 7. You're 5 out of 7.
I like it though.
Sorry, you're 6 out of 7. All right. Move on to the next track.
Ooh,
Mob Ties.
My favorite, honestly, one of my favorite tracks on the song.
You're lying to yourself.
Just because it's the pure hype. Okay. When that Cardi flow came, what is it? Sick of these niggas. Yeah, sick of these niggas. Hey, sick of these niggas. Hey, sick of these niggas. As soon as I heard that, I thought, yo, that song is hype. It's honestly just a hype song. It's a club banger.
Club banger, but throwaway track.
Yeah, okay, throwaway.
So for you, that still counts because it is a club banger.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't count because it's a throwaway track.
You gotta include club bangers on your track.
And that's fair. And that's why I can't hate on it. It's just like my personal.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, if you were to curate an album, you're not putting.
So for me, at this point, I'm 3 of 8.
I'm 8 of 7.
You're 7 of 8.
I'm sorry, 7 of 8. I'm 8 of 7.
This guy is just giving everything a fucking.
Oh, it's a good. I love this album. I like side A of this album. But then you get side B, you'll see me.
The next track is "Can't Take a Joke." To me, that's another throwaway track.
Yo, it was until I saw it until the second verse. Though.
The second verse, he did come hard though.
I was like, okay, what? Yeah,
that's what kind of got. You know what? I will give that song to him because the second verse was dope. So I will.
Second verse made up for that song. That would have been like no.
I'll give that to him. Now, what am I at this point? I am 4 of 9.
Some bullshit like that.
Am I 4 of 9?
You so I gave Survival, 8 out of 10. Emotionless.
Yeah, I'm 4 out of 9. guys, we're taking notes of this, so bear with us. You're 8 of 9 at this point. That's funny as shit.
That's a Drake, man. I love this album. Even though I gave this album the worst of Drake's album, I still love this album.
Next song,
well, side A of this
without
album.
a doubt,
One of the
amazing.
best songs.
I think I was gonna say, actually, this might be the best song of side A, Sandra's Rose.
It's up there.
Right, so it's
probably is actually. I will agree
to
with you.
me, that's how I want Drake to sound. Like if there's an optimal sounding Drake, to me it's that.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like Drake from Take Care.
In that sense,
which again I put as my second favorite album from him, so that's good.
Right, so I wonder if you're talking about some of the previous tracks, and you were saying how like to me they're throwaway tracks, but to you they're hard because they're club bangers.
Yeah.
Right. I think he sounds better as a feature on those types of records.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't care for Drake as a full.
So that's why for me they're throwaway tracks, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't like that sounding Drake personally. The singing Drake,
I do not.
It's losing it for me. Like it was never in for me personally,
but it did not grow any bigger.
But it's definitely not growing on me.
Yeah, right? I'm not singing Drake at all. Like,
so to
side
me,
B
it was
was
like,
not me.
This style of Drake was just the best Drake for me.
Okay,
so I really like that one.
He has some good bars on this too. I'm not going to tell you what they are because go research if you want.
Yeah, go research. Go look it up and read it to yourself. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Savon on that line.
Go read it to yourself.
The next track, Talk Up.
Is that the one with Jay-Z, right? That's the one with Jay-Z. Come on. Yeah, that was a hard track.
You know this is an automatic like from me.
Well, obviously it has Jay-Z.
Come on now. But I'll be honest. I liked the song before I realized Jay-Z was on it.
Yeah, again, it was a good track.
I wasn't looking at features. So I think is it a DJ Paul production? Like he says DJ Paul. I'm not tripping, right? Like
did he?
I think he says DJ Paul like as it's playing. But the point that I'm trying to make is that like this is definitely gonna play at F Stop sidebar.
What's F Stop?
You don't know F Stop?
What's F Stop? Never heard of F Stop.
It's a club in Toronto, bro.
The hell's F Stop?
It's a hip hop club.
You never heard of F Stop?
Jesus,
where is it?
Bro, this guy's washed.
Yo, give me some. How do I get to? Actually, I want to go to this thing. I'm washed.
This guy's fucking washed.
Yo, what's F Stop, man? You haven't been out in a minute.
You don't know F Stop, bro? F Stop is probably
been around.
It's probably one of the illest like trap music type of clubs.
It's been
in
around.
The city. Yeah, it's been around. Come on, man.
F Stop? I haven't seen it on Google.
This nigga's tripping. Anyways, while he goes and does his Googles, I really like Drake getting into that like syllable, like Big Sean type of flow. Like where he's like playing like like he's playing with the beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Big Sean does that a lot, yeah.
And then Jay-Z comes in. Like to me, that's game over. To me, that officially makes it my favorite song on the album.
Of course.
Because that's a super bias that I'm going to stick to. And
I'm
okay with that.
If Cardi or Kanye was on it, it would probably be my favorite track too. So.
But I do think this song has some low-key longevity to it.
Well, yeah.
Pound Cake had low-key longevity to it.
I was at the barbershop yesterday.
Think about that.
And after this song came on, they actually went to go put on Pound Cake.
They went to put on Pound Cake.
You guys put on Pound Cake, and they bought Pound Cake for like 3 times.
To me, this reminds me a lot of Pound Cake. Not as... Immediately, it's not as memorable as Pound Cake.
No, definitely not.
But, I am going to give every album its time to become memorable. I'm not going to shun it and sort of create my opinion too early. But Jay-Z said some interesting lines on there, and I know you had a follow-up question to that. So Jay-Z had mentioned the streets is done. Y'all let X die, Triple X, Tentacion. Y'all let X die and let Zimmerman live. George Zimmerman, of course. Therefore, the streets are done. Firstly, let's talk about that line. I think that makes a lot of sense.
That's huge.
To me, what he's saying is that the streets themselves are a joke now. Like, you guys don't even understand code anymore.
They don't. They don't understand how it works.
You don't understand priority. You don't understand code, how it works, what's important. For somebody like Zimmerman to still be running around, whereas somebody like
X, who's doing good
in his own hood,
I know got shot.
Up on.
That's so fucked.
Say less.
The streets is done. Like,
say less.
You clearly have your priorities not in order. You don't know the rules.
But like you were saying before we started recording, it's that typical Jay-Z like advice giving.
Yeah, like Jay-Z when he raps, he gives you advice. He makes it sound. He gives you advice in a good sounding way. what I'm saying? Like he's like that cool teacher that's like, yeah, I like going to that class because I'm actually learning, but he's making it cool.
True.
Jay-Z does that. Like,
That's a great
the whole
analogy.
X, you guys that X live and Led Zimmerman, or you guys like X die and Led Zimmerman live.
It's simple. It's so like that's what Jay-Z's brilliance comes from, is that he makes things so simple yet so deep.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like so many different talking points based on 2 bars. Was that even 2 bars? Like that would have been like a bar and a half. And it's creating such a huge talking point. But this leads to follow-up question that sort of you had and we were speaking about after the fact. Go ahead.
Which was like, when did X die? Last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago? A week and a half ago.
A week and a half?
Did Jay-Z just write this bar? Did this song just get finished?
This song literally would have just have to have gotten finished with Jay-Z on tour.
So think about it this way. Kanye, we know Kanye rewrote his album weeks before it came out.
Let me get us another stag and I'm going to keep listening.
All right. Kanye came out. You want to keep talking?
Yeah, keep going.
Kanye came out. It came out. Charlamagne even confirmed himself that Kanye's album was, what he heard was different. I remember you saying something about Teyana Taylor's album was different. And now everyone is coming out with these hella relevant topics, hella recent topics. And it has me questioning, did rappers always write their music just weeks before, just because of how time has changed and we can find out news immediately it happens? It now becomes like now we're figuring out they just wrote their album.
To me, it's disappointing.
Lyrics.
To me, it's disappointing because it's like, are we okay? I'm not going to say it's disappointing. I'm going to say it's disappointing to a certain extent. I'm going to warn you guys. You're going to hear some keys because I'm opening some beers. Give me a second.
I'm dead.
But as I'm saying that, it's kind of disappointing because it's like, is the music really, or sorry, not is the music, is mastering the music really the focus at this point?
Thank you.
And I don't know the answer to that. Like if Jay-Z and Drake are coming out with a song that's super hard at first, and then you realize it mentions a line in there that is relevant to last week.
Mm-hmm. You question, when was this written?
Does it say that everything is rushed? Or does it say, you know what? These guys are geniuses. They're able to switch a line or two to make the line or two a bit more relevant. Because I don't want to completely shut down the idea that this track has been ready for months. It could just be edited.
Yeah, I do believe it could have been edited. It could have been he could have just changed his. And Jay-Z only had like 4 bars in this track. You can easily write 4 bars in.
That's the thing.
Jay-Z can write 4 bars in probably 30 minutes and just do it.
In 30
get
seconds.
a studio, go to a studio wherever he's touring and record and send it to Drake. But it just still like I don't know.
But that's the thing. It still does leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, God, man.
I want music like you've thought about.
But then at the same time, are we in an era? And this is again, it kind of just raises a bigger question in general. Are we in an era where you have to make music like that? Because I think it was Wale. Wale was on The Breakfast Club about a week and a half ago.
Shout out to Wale, man.
And shout out to Wale, one of my favorite rappers. Super underrated. Will always be underrated. And I think he's okay with that now. So I'm happy for him. He was talking about just relevancy of music and putting out projects and things like that. And what he was saying was that he was talking to Charlamagne and Angela Yee. I don't think Envy was there.
Envy.
No, Angela Yee. No, Angela Yee wasn't there.
Angela Yee wasn't there last week. I think she was on vacation or something.
Some of that. But anyways, he was saying like, how are you gonna write something and then expect it to even still be relevant in a month?
You really can't. That's the thing with the way. The way we get news now, as soon as it happens, half the world knows already.
So it's like, do we want Drake and Jay-Z to have a quote unquote old verse on an album? Do we even want that? Maybe not.
Nah, that's a good question.
When you get geniuses in the room, because Drake, is he genius? Time will still tell, but he's on his way. To me, he's on his way. To me, there's nothing that makes me say no. So you know what? I'm going to revise that. Yes, he is a genius.
I think he's a genius.
Jay-Z is obviously a genius.
And he said that one track. Sorry to...
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I forgot what track it was. Oh, it was a diss track to Pusha where he's like, You say other people write my songs. Seems like they need me to blow up, and I'm like, that right there just shows you genius. Like, yeah, look, someone may write my songs, but clearly they ain't doing something right. I'm doing something right with this track.
I ain't heard a lie yet.
So I think he's a genius. Well, back to what you were saying.
But like I was saying, when you have geniuses in the room, like your Drakes, like your Jay-Z's, would we just rather have them do shit sort of on the spot and do shit sort of last minute because their artistry can make them get away with that? And in fact, with the society that we live in today, we would almost prefer that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
I see what you're saying. Like, because, you don't want them to say they were 5 months ago, and now they're talking about something that happened 5 months ago.
Exactly. It's like, and Meek just got arrested. I'm like, hold up.
Niggas out already.
My man is out.
Man was at a basic basketball game.
You know what I mean?
Rang the bell.
Still working on getting Meek out. Some shit like that. And then it's like, you see Meek free and shit like that. So
yeah, Meek's dropping tracks.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but
it was a good track. I enjoyed it.
It was a good track. Where are we at this point? You are, I think you're 10 for 11. I am. I'm 6 for 11.
Yeah, 6 for 11.
Oh,
not bad. You're over 50%.
We're getting there. So let's talk about the last track.
And this is where the album stops for me.
Side A. So number 12. Is There More? Really good song.
Yep.
Really good song. I really like the fact that the title of it, Is There More?
And that was the end of the side.
That's the end of the A side right now.
Imagine like you had the vinyl, you probably had to like flip it over.
Yeah, no, someone's gonna get some vinyl.
I'm definitely gonna get the vinyl for this.
I wouldn't. But
I would. I'm gonna get every Drake vinyl. I don't have my record player yet, but when I do, every Drake vinyl is going up there.
I think I already 100%. Ordered KOD vinyl.
Yeah, you said that.
I did. I don't remember when that's coming. Shout out to wherever I got that. I wouldn't get J-Rock vinyl. Vinyl for me, it has to be like either super crazy artwork or an album that I know is or will be a classic. So, for example, what do I have in my vinyl collection right now? I have Twisted Fantasy.
100%. That's everybody's collection.
Black Album. I have Blueprint.
Okay, Blueprint. Yeah.
I have that Gambino one.
I'm gonna have Gambino. The first Gambino. I'm gonna have Camp Gambino.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I want Camp Gambino.
What's the new?
You have is the one with the Redbone?
Yeah, what's that one called?
I can't remember not because of the internet.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It's definitely not because
the Redbone album.
I don't remember the name of it.
I know the picture though, the blue face or the black face with the blue.
And then I'm gonna get KOD. I want to get Kendrick Damn.
I would get.
I want
to get the first Kendrick.
Or Pimp Butterfly.
No, the one before that. Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, yeah.
Yes.
I might have to get Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City is going to be up there for sure. I can't wait to get my record player. As soon as I get my record player, it's done.
I want to spend a ton of money.
Oh, it's crazy. And I'm getting every Drake record, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I got that KOD on vinyl coming. I'm ready for that. But yeah, no, man, I think this is a good title, a good song. It's a good quote unquote fake outro. Given the name of the song, the Aaliyah sample at the end, like.
Shout out to Aaliyah. He loves Aaliyah.
The Aaliyah sample. That's crazy.
Taking out Drake used samples on it. He had bare samples. How much money did he spend on this?
Like, man.
Because the Aaliyah sample is not cheap.
That is not cheap. Like, he used her More Than a Lover. What's that? I don't even remember if the track was called More Than a Lover, but I remember that is one of my favorite Aaliyah songs. So shout out to that. Now, track 13 starts. Peak.
By the way, do you like that track? So you were what?
7 for 12. So I finished side A 7 for 12. That's
and
not
I finished
bad.
side A 11 for 12.
And you're finishing 11 for 12.
And then wait till you see how I finish the album.
Yo, I almost think we should get to a new rating mechanism.
There's no rating.
But anyways, Peak starts. The R&B stuff starts. Now, you finished that. Keep going.
That's what I think about Drake's R&B side B.
I'm not gonna hate on anyone that listens to Drake's R&B music.
Hey, I know people that actually love side B more than side A. Believe it or not.
However,
it just ain't for me.
It ain't for me.
It's not for me.
Like lately, I've become an R&B dude. Shout out to who's
that
responsible
girl,
for
Jorge
that?
Smith.
Jorge. Shout out to Georgia Smith. But no, people like again Savon, Alex, Joe Budden, Maul, Rory. They all been bumping like R&B music lately,
I'm not into
right?
R&B
And listening to their podcast. it gets me more into those R&B songs as well.
I feel you.
So when I'm listening to good R&B, I can acknowledge when I'm listening to bad R&B.
AKA Drake.
So to me, Drake is just not good R&B. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a hater, but it's not good R&B. So upon first listen, this is where the album ended for me. And I was satisfied judging the entire Drake project off of side A.
Okay, I like that. I'm satisfied with that too.
I was satisfied. I was like, you know what? I'm not missing anything.
I agree.
All right?
Just give it a quick rundown of side B.
You did listen to side B though?
I did. I gave it one listen, and then I went back to listen to a few tracks. Like, I actually liked it again. There are a few tracks that I did not mind listening to.
So let's make side B quick because for the interest of time. Peak started. I decided to give it a second listen. So like I said, I literally turned off the album at first listen when Peak came on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm good. And it literally took me to like Friday night to say, you know what? I'm gonna give, not Friday night, sorry, Saturday night.
Yeah.
To give the rest of the album a chance. Right? So I said, okay, let me listen to this. Peak comes on. No, Friday night. What am I talking about?
I was going to say Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm tripping out.
We're recording this on a Saturday afternoon.
So Peak, whatever. It sounds okay. Summer Games was trash to me. Jaded was okay. Nice for What we already knew was solid.
Why is Finesse was not a bad track. I enjoyed Finesse.
I liked Finesse. Now Ratchet Happy Birthday.
Okay.
Pure genius.
Whose birthday's coming out in the next 3 months? You're going to see this on their Snap, on their Insta. You're going to see this 100%.
This is a future daily anthem for women
100%
for the next 5 to 10 years at least.
100%. I agree with you. I'm not arguing with this.
And you know, it's funny because we talk about side A, side B, and we both know side A is better. This song elevated the entire album for me.
Right. I did listen to the song actually twice in a row. When it ended, I rewinded. You know, Future was on this track too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And he didn't put him in the features. He probably went uncredited.
I feel like a lot of people went uncredited.
PND went uncredited. He didn't put PND in the feature.
for favors, for future favors.
Yeah, obviously. I think
a barter system. Because he didn't want them to get their cut because he knew that this album's going to sell like huge. Unreal.
But he's like, okay, then I'll be on your album. So now I'm giving you promotion.
It's a fair trade.
I agree. I'll put Drake on my album.
If I'm PND, I'll take that deal.
Yeah, put Drake on my album. You know I'm selling like a good 100% more.
Exactly. And that money's coming directly to me. Or whatever through the label.
But yeah, Ratchet Happy Birthday, good
genius.
fucking anthem.
Pure genius.
Like it's going to be a...
And it's funny because the song itself is not that amazing.
No,
it's just an anthem. It's just a very smart, well-written, well-timed... everything.
And he has like, I think like a 10-15 second where he actually says like that it's your birthday, something about Ratchet Happy Birthday, like literally something that's good. It's snappable.
Exactly.
He has a snappable like.
He has this new age game on lock. Unlock. Yeah, so Ratchet Happy Birthday, pure genius, and then the next track, That's How You Feel.
That's one.
At this point, the B side is picking up for me now. At this point, so this is a very good track. The beat is great. This is the one with Nicki. Now, the fact that you used Nicki in a live performance when Nicki was at the pinnacle of her career, that just made, like, this might be the best song, not even favorite. This might be the best song on
the album.
The album.
I gotta get a second listen.
Might be.
I remember liking this song that hard.
It might be. Next, Blue Tint, trash.
I enjoyed Blue Tint actually. It was just it's a hype R&B track.
You see where he said the president is doing a sin. I was like, boy, you Canadian boy.
He said president.
But I was like, nah, I mean, fair enough. Trump is fucking up the whole world, so he has a right to feel that way. Track number 21, In My Feelings.
That's a hype. That's another club banger track.
Low-key banger.
That's a banger track.
Like as soon as that song came on, bruh, I pictured women in the pool at the all-inclusive resorts.
Oh, I think they were Cabana.
Not even Cabana, bro. This is worse. At the all-inclusive resorts, they're going to be banging this on their Beats pill that their ex bought them.
Yo,
I'm down for that.
Yo, we
need to go on vacation.
Yo, hook us up with a discount, somebody out there.
Yo, we should get our Cash App going. Yo, would you guys send us cash?
Yo, I'm dying at that whole Brilliant Idiots and Joe Budden.
Brilliant Idiots and Joe Budden. It's so funny because it's like every week,
like they're friends, but like they're like podcast enemies,
like frenemies.
Yeah, like in real life they're friends. They'll probably be like, "What up?" But on podcast they're enemies. He's like, you know, like that your boy that you probably play ball with, and like you guys are close, but you guys are in opposite schools. But when you face each other, like, yo, I gotta beat you.
But yo, that shit was so funny, man. But
send us money though.
Send us money.
Yo, let's start a GoFundMe.
Cash App. Now, GoFundMe, I think, would take down the post. We just got to do it via Cash App. No?
All right, yo, send it.
Send it. What comes on next? Oh my God.
Michael Jackson?
Don't Matter to Me.
Yo.
Number 22.
Michael Jackson, I legit got feels. Like, I got the feels in this
I couldn't
song.
believe that I felt away because
MJ's voice hit me
I will
hard.
be honest. I'm very aware of Michael Jackson's legacy. I'm very aware of Michael Jackson's greatness. What I'm not specifically aware of is Michael Jackson's songs. Right?
Oh my God, I love
personally,
Michael Jackson. He's
and
one of my favorite ever.
Personally, I just never listened to him.
Yeah, my mom used to bump him all the time in my house.
Right?
So like, I love Michael Jackson.
For me, it was just all reggae songs, fucking Jamaicans. So all we listened to, like, it's funny because nowadays I'll hear a song and I'll be like, yeah, I heard that in my childhood. I don't even know the title of the song. I just know I heard it
in the garage.
But man, Michael Jackson's voice just moved me. Like, I listened to the song like 8 times before we started recording today.
Take it. He died in 2009. Nine.
Yeah.
I'm 100% over 2009.
6 upside down is a 9 now. Go ahead.
You haven't heard any Michael Jackson music for, let's say, 9 years. New Michael Jackson music for 9 years, and now you hear this. It's like, wow, like, it's like this guy's dead.
To me, this is a legendary feature for everything that you just said. Like, you haven't seen Michael Jackson's voice anywhere. And it's by anyone.
And you never thought you would again.
In any genre.
And you never thought you would again.
And then you hear it on Drake's album. That's an automatic W for the entire album.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Personally.
Right? I didn't like Drake singing with him. Like, I heard Michael Jackson sing. I'm like, yeah. And then Drake comes in. And then Drake was like, Drake, like, come on. Like, I know you're trying to make your money. I'm not going to fault you. But, like, when I heard Michael Jackson, I heard Drake. I'm like, Drake's not a real singer. Like, you can tell, like,
don't kill. Yeah, that's
it's just not. It's not his. Yeah. It's not his thing.
It's not his MO.
Exactly. He's not known for singing.
It's not his modus operandi.
But MJ was nice on that.
But now it got me thinking. Michael Jackson's voice would be insane in today's era of music.
Oh fuck, he would have with producers of today.
Like, I'm hearing it and I'm studying how his voice sounds on the beat. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is not real.
Put him on a Metro Boomin beat.
Oh my God.
MJ on the Metro Boomin beat. question.
Yo.
I have a hot take.
Go ahead.
The Illuminati was clearly at work here. Mm-hmm. When did Joe Jackson die?
Joe Jackson died
Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, his son comes out with a track with Drake.
I'm just saying, the Illuminati's at work.
Hey, I'm not saying anything, but if you tell me the Illuminati is real, you can't tell me the Illuminati is not real. I mean, after this,
I will gladly sell my soul for $1 billion. How about you?
Oh no!
$1 billion? You wouldn't sell your soul for $1 billion?
Like, what does selling my soul entail? Like, I gotta see the fine print first. Like, do I gotta go somewhere every month? Do I gotta deliver blood? Do I just gotta do I really need my soul? Like, what is this?
Do I need my soul?
Like, what does this entail? Like,
I don't know, man.
Am I supposed to be at your feet every time you call? Like, I gotta see some more details.
That is true. I would want to see the fine print.
But like, if if it looks good, then I definitely would.
If there's more pros and cons.
Oh, definitely.
We'll make it happen.
But yeah, Illuminati at work. R.I.P. Joe Jackson, but they used you for hype to sell records. Just so you know.
The Illuminati did their thing. After Dark comes on next.
Is that the one?
Yo, I'm reading my note on this. I'm killing myself. It says how many people are gonna turn this on before smashing.
Yo.
But we see Ty Dolla $ign featured again.
Ty Dolla $ign's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Name an album, he's on it. Trust me.
But shout out to Ty Dolla $ign because he's put in work.
I know. I wish. I'm pretty sure I tweeted this like 5 years ago, and I said, if I was to write a song, I would want Ty Dolla $ign or Jeremiah on my hook.
Jeremiah.
I did say that. I remember saying that.
Hook. Pause.
So shout out to me for calling this early and saying Ty Dolla $ign is he's solid. He's a hook. He's a hook guy.
But as usual, are we seeing Ty Dolla $ign better as a feature than as a main attraction?
I kind of liked Beach. What was it? Beach Party? Beach Party 3? Was it Beach Party?
Is that the new album?
Beach House 3.
House 3?
I really did enjoy it, and he was like, it's his album.
I want to give Beach House another listen.
I liked Beach House 3. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was okay.
He had a lot of features too, and I enjoyed the features. But I think I do like him as a feature. I don't want him as a. His voice gets tiring. Let's put it that way.
What's next? Final Fantasy. Good track.
It did what it did.
Good track. There was an audio pause in between. I thought it was a whole new track after that audio finished.
I hate when people do that. Well, we were talking about an album did that, and we thought the song like stopped or something.
And then I don't even remember, but fuck. But both parts of that song were good. Like both
it was a good
different
track.
Songs on that one song were good. And then March 14th comes out. No doubt. This is the Grand Slam. This is
what everyone waited for. Pretty much.
As soon as the ball touches the bat, it's out of the park. It's over the dam, whatever, over the Green Giant, if we're talking Boston.
This is what everyone waited for.
This is what everyone waited for.
Everyone listened to the whole thing. Well, let's hear about your son. Let's hear about your baby moms.
This is the most memorable track for me. I think it was the perfect outro.
I do believe so too.
And I think this is where he perfectly executed the feel sorry for me narrative.
He played the victim
perfectly, because now when you think about the Pusha beef, like think about the Pusha beef all the way up to even last week when people like Deezus and Mero would still joke around. You are hiding a baby. You are hiding a child.
Baby.
What does that mean?
Not.
What does that mean anymore?
Hey, you gotta shut up your haters.
What does that mean anymore? It's like, no, I wasn't hiding the world. I wasn't hiding my baby from the world. I was hiding the world from my baby. Corny, af.
Oh, but
genius.
It's a Drake line. It's
pure genius.
I feel like Drake has set himself up in a way anything he says cannot be corny.
Drake is indestructible.
Because you remember I said the way he beat Meek in that beef was he said everything that Meek would say about him. Like, yeah, I'm singing. Yeah, I do this. Yeah, I do that. Like,
yep, the Eminem approach.
I'm gonna beat myself up. I'm gonna tell everyone.
I should say.
I'm gonna tell everyone what's wrong with me. Now, what are you gonna say about me? Because I already said about like we're gonna say I sing. Yeah, I sing. So what, nigga?
So what?
I do this. So what? Like I'm gonna call it out early, and that's how Drake approaches stuff.
So on this album, Drake talks about the fact that I've been I've had other people write for me.
Yeah.
I have a child.
With us.
Yeah, I have this relationship with this Instagram stripper. What was interesting to me was that he was talking about how, God willing, me and your mom will have a good relationship one day. By the time you hear this, I want that. Yeah, good thing. Okay, good thing I just brought that up because now I'm remembering here. March 14th, I assume the day Adonis was born.
That's what I thought so too.
What is it? It's not that?
No, this is the day he played Fortnite. With Ninja.
Real shit?
Yes.
You're fucking joking.
I swear.
Oh my God.
I went on Rap Genius and there was like, coincidentally, March 14th was also the day where Drake played the rising pop culture icon Fortnite with pro gamer and streamer Ninja.
That's crazy.
I still feel like that was the day his son was born though.
Probably. But he says on that song specifically, the day that you hear this, I hope that me and your mom has, bettered our relationship and have a relationship so we can be good parents to you.
Yeah.
Something like that. Is this Drake saying, hey, I just wrote this months ago by the time it comes out on June 29th? Or is this Drake saying, I ain't really doing shit? And years from now, hopefully, you'll hear this. And at that point, years from now, we'll have a good relationship. Like
the second one.
Is he kind of...
I'm going with the second one.
So was I, right?
He's saying when you're like 6 years old and you finally understand lyrics.
Okay, so I wasn't tripping out there.
Hopefully, me and your moms will be. Because I feel like they're probably beefing somehow.
I feel like they're super beefing.
Not like hard beef, but like they're beefing somehow in some way.
But like, remember, even she been calling him a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, he probably
because he's probably not paying nothing because he's probably not claiming. But now he's claiming.
No, I think he's paying. He probably just she lives in France. She's probably like, yo, let me live in Canada or let me live in whatever.
Quebec.
And he's like, he's like, nah, like not yet or some bullshit. So that's probably why he's like, jeez.
Probably.
But you don't see your son.
But let's see what happens, man. Because at the end of the day, that is a child, and that is two parents involved. And at the end of the day, we want what's best for the child above anything. Let's move on. So, I mean, clearly, like you said, side A is better than side B,
and that's our opinion.
Let's do it. Yeah,
there are people that are going to say side B is
Our
better.
opinion.
And someone already told me side B is better.
So let's talk about. So side B had 13 tracks.
Yes.
There was Peak, which didn't hit for me. Did it hit for you?
Nope.
Summer Games did not hit for me.
Summer Games, no.
Jaded was okay. I'll give that a point. Nice for
I'll
what?
give it a point just because I like Drake and Drake.
Nice for what? I'll give it a point.
I'll give Nice for what?
Finesse, I'll give it a point.
I'll give Finesse.
Ratchet, Happy Birthday, I'll give it a
I'll
point.
give it 2 points.
That's how you feel, I'll give it a point.
And second listen, I won't give it a point.
So that's how you feel?
I need to listen to it again
Fair enough.
for me to give it a point.
Blue Tint was trash to me.
I'll give it a point.
In My Feelings, I'll give that a hit.
I'll give that a point too.
Don't Matter to Me was automatic dub.
Oh, easy win.
What's next?
After Dark?
After Dark.
No.
Trash. Final Fantasy was good.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
And March 14th,
Yes.
no doubt was good. So side B, low key, is a 9 out of 13 for me.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy to me because it's like if side A was, what was it, 7 out of 12?
7 out of 12 for you. Or
Yeah.
8 out of 12, was it?
Side A was 7 out of 12. Side B was 9 out of 13.
What did I get for side B? I was not counting.
I don't know. Okay, let's go over it again then.
Okay, not Peak.
So Peak you said was trash.
No.
Summer Games is trash.
Jaded. Yes. Nice for what? Yes. Finesse. Yes. Rush Hour Birthday. Yes. That's How You Feel. No. Blue Tint. Yes. In My Feelings. Yes. Don't Matter. Yes. After Dark. No. Final Fantasy. Yes. And
Same rating.
yes, 8.
No, that's 9 out of 13.
9 out of 13.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So for you, the total album was 20 out of 25.
Damn, that's a good album.
That's
then.
a blessed album.
That's a
For
good
me-
album.
For me, it was 16 out of 25.
And I know I at least have like 2 or 3 songs that I'm on the fence about.
Yeah. So for me, it was 16 out of 25. Now, if you run that through the calculator real quick and do your Googles
20 out of 25 is
and
75%.
read that to yourself. No.
It'll be 4 over 5. Son.
16 out of 25?
Oh, I'm talking about myself. 20 out of 25.
Oh, I'm about to
I
say.
don't care about your stuff.
This is so interesting. This is what I was trying to say. I think we need a new rating system where you go track by track and you find your percentage.
But you can't do that because sometimes
I know what you
albums
mean. I
track
know
by
what you
track
mean.
is trash. But as a whole, you're like,
Nah,
it's kind of alright.
Nah, I'm talking about like, oh, whatever, man. But the rate, okay, my percentage rating is almost fits perfectly in line with my
I see
real
what you're
rating.
saying. Okay,
So
that
my
makes
percentage
sense.
rating is a 64%.
And mine is 75, which makes sense for me.
No, yours is not 75.
It's 20 out of 25.
That's 80%.
Oh, yeah, that's 4 out of 5. That's 80. Oh,
Oh
shit,
my
that's
god.
hard. I'm bad
So
at
for
that.
me, I initially rated this album a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it like a good 8.5.
So you gave it an 8.5. Your percentage suggests you're giving it an 8.
Which is
And my
alright.
percentage suggests I'm giving it a 6.4,
Which makes sense.
which makes sense.
Hey, you know, this may be a new system, actually.
It might be a new system.
I like that.
Let's try this out for a few more albums down the line.
Thank God. Thank God. Hopefully, there's no big album dropping.
Hopefully not. But yeah, no, initially it gets 6.5 for me. Now, again, I really want to clarify that 6.5 because it doesn't mean that I'm hating. I think the biggest thing is that for Drake, you hold Drake to Drake's standard. And for me, it's just like Ye. For me, it's just like
Jay-Z.
Kidsicos. No, the Jay-Z project was amazing. For me, it was just like Nasir as well.
I like kids.
I hold them to their historic catalog, their historic presence. And when I see Drake releasing music that's just okay, it bothers me.
I feel because he should be on the Mount. Oh my God, that line killed me.
The Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, it's like Mount Rushmore is me with 4 different expressions. I'm like, yo.
What was the first expression you pictured? Pause. Because my first expression I pictured was the blackface.
It was not the blackface.
Like for me, it was just like the Drake with the hands out.
It was not. I didn't pick it up.
Doing the
And
mad
I don't know what I
open smile.
pictured, but I thought that was a heavy line.
That was a heavy line. That was a good line. But again, it's I'm
hold him to-
holding Drake
to
to
Drake's
such a high
standard.
standard because I can acknowledge and recognize that he's great.
Yeah, he's the biggest.
So it's
person
like-
right? Biggest music.
You know what I mean?
Artist
When you
right now.
release this thing that's just cool,
I
Six
saw
and
the
a
hype
half.
too. I feel you.
and that's not a this album is shit 6.5. This is just I wanted so much more from Drake.
6.5. I get it. It's like we expected better from you. We
Exactly.
expected different. Like, yeah.
Like think about if you had pulled the top 15 songs from this album and you had made that one project and you took away 10 tracks, took Just take off 10 tracks.
Oh yeah, he would have been a banger. This would have been probably 9.3 or some shit if he did that.
This would be an early 8, 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, easily.
Right?
I was already 11 out of 12 in the first 12.
Yeah.
That's like 99%.
Yeah, you hit a solid percentage there. Any final thoughts about the album?
Give us a few more listens. It is long.
Yeah, at the end
I've
of the
added
day,
the tracks I like to my playlist, and I'll keep on playing those, to be honest. I might not play... 25 is a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like where I can just listen to the whole thing, and I don't care if there's throwaway tracks I listen to. At 25, I do care about throwaway tracks at that point. I'm like, I don't want to listen to this track anymore.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. I think for anyone that is listening, just give albums time in general, right? Like, again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating. What I'm saying is off of initial listen, it's not that good to me. It's not that many memorable songs to me.
Agreed.
I think the Jay-Z song was memorable. I think the Michael Jackson song was memorable. I think the March 14th song was memorable.
Yeah.
I can't really... And Ratchet Happy Birthday, of course. So 4 memorable songs, which is very good from an album.
Not bad. Yeah. I think Mob Ties is memorable, but just because it's a banger.
Right, but again, off of first listen. So let's give this time and let's see what the hell happens.
Sick of these niggas.
This guy's on that.
Sick of these niggas. Hey, sick of these niggas. Hey, sorry.
Do we want to talk about the Teyana Taylor at all at this point?
Can we just touch on it?
Sure.
I do want to respect the fact that she did drop a solid piece of music.
Let's talk about the fact that Brilliant Idiots came up with that Keep That Same Energy. Before that, makes me wonder... Did Charlemagne low-key name the album?
Keep That Same Energy? Probably.
Like, because...
He probably told Ye at one point, keep that same energy. And Ye was like, ooh, I like that.
Probably. I think Ye just stole it from him. And I think he's okay with that. The album... So, just to kind of recap some of the stuff. So, the album came out on a Saturday instead of a Friday. It was 8 tracks instead of 7.
Surprising.
Obviously, that was Kanye at work at that point. No Iman Shumpert feature.
Boo.
Low key, I really like. We say that jokingly. First of all, Iman can spit. Secondly, even if you don't think he can spit, at the end of the day, it's husband and wife. They have the reality show.
They have a child.
Part of their fame comes from each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
And Iman can spit. So it's like, why wouldn't you have Iman Shumpert on?
Because he's not signed to good music, that's why.
That's probably exactly why. And that's not even a joke. That's probably exactly why. So we know that Teyana Taylor went on, I think it was Big Boy.
I don't want
I'm pretty sure it was Big Boy. And she basically had said that the album, this is not the album that she expected. She didn't know her album was coming out. There was still
she didn't know what's coming out. Kanye released the dates like 6 months ago.
Because there was still a ton of... So, okay, whatever. Kanye says his date 6 months ago. Whatever.
She never said nothing about that.
Now, okay, but whatever. Let's say you're right. Kanye says months ago, Teyana Taylor coming out June 29th.
Okay.
Right? Now, you're currently working... You're Teyana Taylor. I'm Kanye West, let's say. You're currently working with me. You currently have a ton of samples that you know still need to be cleared. And I'll tell you, don't worry, we're working on clearing them. Don't worry. It's June 27th at this point. Kanye's in France with Virgil. Is it France? Was it Paris?
I don't know where he was. Probably Paris.
It was with Virgil and his
Louis
Vuitton shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Good. You showed up for your boy. But now we're 2 days away from Teyana Taylor dropping. Samples are not even cleared yet. Teyana doesn't even think this album's coming out. And she wakes up Saturday to a friend messaging her saying, hey, your album's out. And she's like, wait, what? Okay. The samples got cleared? Wow. Kanye really worked his magic overnight. And then Teyana pressed play. And then she was like, this is not the album.
Well, it is now.
This is not the album I thought it was. So that got me to thinking in reverse, and everything makes sense to me now. And what that tells me is that the artists themselves have had borderline zero input
on their album,
on Kanye's good music rollout this summer.
Oh yeah,
that's a problem. That's a huge problem because Kanye thinks he knows the best sound for them, whereas he doesn't. Now, I was disappointed by this because Keep That Same Energy was a good album.
I enjoyed it. I really liked it.
And I'm almost annoyed by Teyana Taylor's comments because it's like, So is this just to be treated as a throwaway album now?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, should I like this album? Or, like,
Am I supposed to like this?
Should
Like,
I keep on playing this album? Like,
you know what I mean?
should
She said she was gonna re-release it. What would have been Friday that just passed,
but I didn't see anything.
but obviously nothing came out. I came up with sort of a sidebar. What would be a great idea? Do you remember what was it? Cruel Winter? What was it called?
Cruel Summer?
No, but didn't they do a winter edition?
They said they were going to, but it never came out.
Okay, so now think about it. I got this nice hot take sidebar for you. So let's say they do the winter edition. The winter edition is the real version of Kanye's album.
Okay.
The winter edition is Chance the Rapper's album.
Chance the
Chainz is
Rapper?
out. Chance is doing a 7-track with Kanye.
Wow, yo, I'm so late to this.
It was announced.
Yo, let's go. When's the
I think it
release
was,
date?
I don't know if it was official, but I know
When's
it was,
release date for this?
social media said it.
Oh God, let's go. I'm ready for my ears. My ears are ready.
Social media said it. So look, okay, picture this though. So now that you're amped, picture this. Let's call it Cruel Winter. Let's just go with that name.
Okay.
Cruel Winter, good music rollout. Chance the Rapper 7 tracks.
Woo!
Teyana Taylor's real album.
Hey.
Kanye West's real album. We get a 2 Chainz project. We get a Big Sean project. We get that Sci-Hi to Prince 7-track album as well.
Did he just drop something? Sci-Hi?
Yeah, No Dope on Sunday, but that came out I think at the end of 2017.
That was like 2 months ago. 6 months ago.
I mean, we're also in June.
Yeah, 6 months ago. We don't release albums for like 2 years.
No, but I'm saying if he does like a fall winter rollout, October,
okay.
November,
I see.
right? So like that would be pretty solid in my eyes. What else would come out for that?
Travis Scott.
A Travis Scott project.
He's
would
coming
come
out. We're waiting for Astroworld.
Astro. That
That's
would be the
Travis Scott.
perfect time to drop
I
Astro.
mean, we need Astroworld.
Right? Like,
We've been waiting for Astroworld.
so let's picture that then. October, November 2018, the real Kanye, the real Teyana Taylor, Astro World,
Chance the Rapper, Kanye.
new Chance, new 2 Chainz, new Big Sean.
Oh my God, Big Sean, yo, we're lacking on some Big
New
Sean.
Big Sean.
I could use some Big Sean. No pause.
So now
but I could use some Big
that's
Sean.
definitely a pause.
But I could
So
use some
like,
Big Sean.
I personally think the Good Music Summer rollout has failed.
It failed bad. They did not live up to.
It didn't
what
live
we
up to, or
expected.
yeah. So it failed in a sense where it didn't live up close to the expectations that we thought it would.
It came
right?
it came out hot and just
So
sizzled
why
down.
don't they take another stab at it in the winter?
They should just do the cool.
What's stopping them?
They should do. You know how they released Cruel Summer, which was just a bunch of tracks, a bunch
Singles?
of good music artists.
Like with the Friday ones.
They
with
should
the,
do that again. Like
They
whatever
should.
happened to people releasing music? Like remember when they did Cruel Friday? Was it Cruel Fridays? Good Friday.
Yeah.
They should. Kanye should do that. That was
Friday was so
That
crazy.
was so big. Everyone loved Good Friday. Why would
Friday
Kanye
was
stop
crazy.
that? Come out with a track with Teyana Taylor.
Because
Drop
he
a
doesn't
track
have
with
the
Chance.
same control anymore. Like, I hate to say this, but I feel like Kanye is like a year away from being irrelevant.
He on
I really hate to say it, but I
He's-
think he's a year away from being irrelevant.
not being irrelevant. I feel like he's a year away from people not taking him seriously anymore.
That's my point.
Like eventually, like he's going to tweet and I was like, yeah, whatever. It's just Kanye tweeting again. Like on to the next person.
So it's like Kanye's whole rollout was to do 120K, and I'm not a numbers guy. I hate numbers. I hate first week numbers the most. But
First week numbers don't mean shit.
if we want to use those numbers to kind of paint a little bit of a picture, all of this good music noise was for you to do 120K first week,
That's so whack.
and no one on your label did exceptionally well. Like,
No.
okay, Pusha's was a big accomplishment because most of it was hard copy. The Nas numbers, I'm not sure what ended up happening there. But no numbers were like
Out there.
staggering or out there. 400 Post Malone
No,
numbers,
no, definitely
J. Cole
not.
numbers, Drake numbers when those come back next week, all that type of stuff. So you failed. Try again in the winter.
Yes,
You have
good,
enough-
good music. Surgical Summer failed.
Okay, and now I mentioned the Big Sean shit. 070 Shake.
Yeah, she needs to draw.
And
You need
what's
to
the
ride
next
this
dude's
high.
name?
Sheck West, Westler Sheckler West.
No, what's the next dude that was on the album?
West Sheck, West
West
Sheckler.
Sheck?
Yeah, he had a song with Mo Bamba called Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba raps?
No,
Oh.
with Mo Bamba. He has a song called Mo Bamba.
Oh, I thought you meant.
And then there's a video after the draft with Mo Bamba and West. Let me get his name out. Wes Sheckler, whatever his name is, and he was performing that song. Mo Bamba was like right beside him, dancing.
Mo Bamba, that's the future rookie of the year there.
Yeah, it's Sheck West.
Sheck West.
Yes,
All
he was
right,
on the album.
Let's talk about some quick other releases that came out. Gorillaz album came out. I quickly played
Who's
that.
Gorilla?
The Gorillaz, bro. Come on, man. You gotta better your palate, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. There's way too much music for me to even.
Gorillaz album came out. It's okay. I mean, it's good Gorillaz music.
If
If you're into that,
what?
go check that out. I don't even remember what it's called. Just look up Gorillaz. Shout out to that. Let's move on to Meek Mill. He debuted his single at the BET Awards. What are your thoughts?
I actually like that single.
I thought it was perfect.
Even with Miguel, I was like, Miguel and Meek Mill. That's
I don't like
weird
Miguel
combo.
as a feature anymore. I want to put that out there.
You like him? You just don't like him?
I just don't like Miguel's voice anymore.
It's okay.
In any instance where you have Miguel as a feature, I'd rather have Jeremiah.
Yes, I agree. I'd rather have Jeremiah.
Like, in every instance.
But I don't know. I like the feature, though.
But I don't know.
I like the song.
Let's get to the real substance. I think this was a great song. I think I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks, if not a couple of months. This is the avenue Meek Mill needs to be in. This is the perfect avenue for him. Remember when we were doing the $5 rapper, $4 rapper, and we were saying Meek is one album away from being
a $5.
$5? Yeah, we did say a 5.
He's in that 3 to 4. Like he's high 4, but he has potential to drop to 3 if he's not careful.
Yeah, he's like low 4 right now, technically, right? Because if he slips, he'll fall back into the high 3s, right?
But if he has a solid album, he can easily drop into the bottom 5.
And I think him doing something that's more conscious is perfect.
He did say after his DC4 album or mixtape, he said he's done with the violence and the negativity in his music.
Good.
He's like, he needs to start promoting positivity.
This is the Meek that we need to hear.
Yes.
We see him using his platform.
Meek's a good spitter. Let's not forget this. Like, he lost the beat to Dre, but Meek was Meek.
Always had bars.
Meek had intro. Guys, let's not forget intro.
Meek always had bars.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought that was finished?
Didn't he still perform that at the BET Awards?
He probably did. That's one of his biggest songs to date.
That's fucking funny as shit. But yeah, I mean, he's elevated himself on another level. I feel. I think that this track sort of solidified and now has given us that expectation of him being on another level.
What do you think the album's dropping?
I still go for fall, man. What did I say? I think I said September, October.
It's October.
I'm still sticking to that. I think it's still perfect. You drop one track in the summer. You let that track ride out.
That mellow.
You might have to come out with a little bit more of a hype track for the summer, and then you come out with one more track. No, I didn't say October. I said right around Nicki. I'm still sticking to that.
That's August.
September.
Nicki's coming out August.
I know, but I'm saying Meek comes out in September.
Oh, I thought you were going to come
September 5th.
Same day.
Whatever that Friday is or whatever.
That's a Tuesday. September 5th. I think it's a Tuesday.
So the Friday would be like the 8th or some shit?
September 5th is a Wednesday. So
7th.
7th, yeah.
I think Meek Mill's dropping September 7th.
Hey, shout out
he
to Meek,
releases
man.
one more party track for now.
It's like a club banger.
And then he releases a serious track in, say, mid-August saying album out in September.
Yeah, and Meek can drop. Meek serious tracks are nice.
They're all nice.
I like Meek. I bump Meek. DC2 is my fucking shit.
Cold Hearted. I forget what it's called. It's still my favorite Meek track with him and P Diddy on the hook or whatever the fuck that is.
P Diddy.
Shit. What else do we got, man? What else do we got for this music potpourri?
Remember I told you Made in America Festival?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Jay-Z does host Made in America Festival. It's like a Jay-Z.
Oh, Meek is coming to that.
Yeah, he's there every year.
Whoa.
And so they're going into their 8th year, actually. No, they're going to their 7th year.
Okay.
And it's a solid lineup, by the way. Like, that's a festival I would want to go to.
Oh, it is a festival.
I looked at the lineup. Aside from Jay-Z, we have Post Malone,
right?
Nicki Minaj,
right?
Meek Mill, of course.
That's interesting.
Janelle Monáe, Lil B, Alicia Cara,
Lil B, bass
Diplo,
God, nigga, what's up?
Clairo, Miguel, Shaba, or no, not Shaba, Saba. I don't know who that is.
Shaba ranks.
Maxo Kareem, Or Maxwell Cream, sorry, and Fat Joe.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who like the last 5 people is that you named.
I don't know who Claro is.
Maxo
I know
Cream,
Saba. I know Saba. And I know
Claro.
Maxwell Cream because he has a song with Uzi that went like.
Shout out to Alessia Cara. Isn't she from Brampton?
Yeah, shout out to Brampton. Yo,
Shout out to
Brampton
Alessia
does
Cara.
take L's except for Elise
Brampton
LeGrow.
don't take no L's, man. Alessia Cara is only taking W's, baby.
Yo, shout out to her.
Oh my god, yo.
Yo, who's calling you?
Jesus. I hate that shit.
Oh my god, this guy does not put his phone on silent during while we're recording.
Nah, man, I just don't know how to do it.
So put it on the side. You click it up.
Whatever, man. It is what it is. We're keeping that live and direct shit going on, man.
But yeah, just wanted to call back to the Made in America festival that we talked about. Now I did more research on that.
Nicki and Meek in the same room.
I was thinking that I'm like,
Nicki was also at the BET Awards.
Was Meek at the? Oh yeah, he was.
And Meek was there, and Safari was there.
Woo!
Just putting that out there.
My tea.
How long do you think until we get a Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill feature?
Never. I think it's never happening.
I think it will.
I don't think it will.
I think all parties involved, especially when Jay-Z's in the building. Jay-Z understands money, and that's why he continues to work with Drake.
Oh, obviously. Money don't stop.
That being said, a Nicki Meek feature. Think about when Chris Brown and Rihanna came back on Cake.
Who you be? I like it. You know, excited. I'm under my bed. I'ma make you mop. Cake.
Pause, because I dance alone to that song. Pause.
Yeah, that song is heavy. Pause.
Definitely pause. Do we want to get into this Dame Dash shit? Dame Dash checks.
Quick overview.
Lee Daniels.
Dame Dash gave Lee Daniels $2
million. This was quite a few years ago. This was before Precious.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Lee Daniels been owing Dame money. Dame had already taken him to court in, I want to say 2015, maybe 2016. Dame had already won the case where Lee Daniels had to give him 5% of something. I don't know if it was proceeds moving forward. I don't know if it was of a specific project like Precious. I don't know if it has to do with something like he created Empire, right?
Yeah, he's produced Empire, and he has another show on Netflix called Stars.
Some next shit. So
Fox.
Lee Daniels obviously has the money to do it. He's just choosing not to pay Dame back. Now, Dame checks him at a Diana Ross concert. Classy place to do it.
I'm dying.
But I don't really want to talk about the Dame story itself because I think we all kind of know what's going on now.
Yeah.
How do you check somebody that owes you money?
Yo, where my money at?
But, okay.
I'm taking you to court.
So
honestly, I'll just take you to court.
Now he's already taken him to court,
and
that's the thing.
Did it get
Dame
settled?
Dash had already won the case
so
in
why 2015,
2016, and Lee Daniels still hasn't given him the money back.
Take that nigga to court. There had to be something in the document that said when he has to pay.
So it's like, okay, let's bring this down to a smaller scale. Let's make this. Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
At $2 million, I'm gonna let the court deal with that.
Yes.
At $2,000, I would deal with that.
Okay, so let's talk smaller scale, right? So let's say you lend your friend, because some people might need some advice on this. So let's give them our opinion and make them hear what we have to say about this. You lend your friend money.
How much?
Let's say $1,000.
Okay.
Right, and $1,000 is enough money to make anyone think a couple times before saying yes to that. Because I'm thinking a couple times. And in fact, I ain't sending that shit.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting $1,000.
Do not rely on me.
Do not ask me for money because you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting shit.
So let's say, let's say $500. Let's make it more realistic.
Okay.
1,000 ain't happening, man.
But you're 500 still. I got to think hard on 500. Like,
same. So let's say you give your friend $5 and your friend just hasn't paid you back, let's say a month later. He or she said I was going to give it to you after a week. It's been a month at this point. What do you do? How do you check that?
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Yo, my friend, what's good? Yo, I'm nice.
Okay.
Yo, you got my money?
Yep.
Yo, I don't have it.
Yo, I can't lie. Yo, it's going to take me another, say, week or two.
When can you get it? A week or two? I'm going to give you till July 15.
Okay.
All right, cool. Done.
Okay, now it's July 16th.
Yo, where's my money?
Yo, I know I told you.
All right, cool. But... Hang up. Slashes tires. July 17th.
This guy says slashes.
Yo, where's my money? Yo, where's my money?
Where's my money, man?
Oh, yo, you still find excuses? All right, cool. Just key your car. Yo, where my money? I'm making my way to your front door.
So would you retaliate in that case? Like, would you be looking to do shit? Like, I know obviously you're being sarcastic, but are you? Like, would
to
you?
an extent, no. I was like, yo, you gotta get my money. If you told me you're gonna give my money by this day, we made an agreement. You didn't say I'm gonna give you this money eventually. You said I'm gonna give you this money by, let's say, July 1st.
Right.
And you know we're close. You don't even give me a sign up. You don't give me like $200 saying, I know I ain't got all of it, but here's 200. At least you're making moves. Like,
that's true. And then I think for me.
And I see that you're selling. Let's say you bought a product. Now you're making money because D Daniel's making money off these shows.
Yeah, that
like,
would.
I see that too. It's not like you just spend the money.
If I'm gambling, I would be so tight.
Like, nah, I'm coming at you.
After Empire alone, like, forget the fact that Precious did as big as it did.
Yeah.
When you talk Empire alone, where the fuck's my money?
Literally, yo, fam.
But on a smaller scale, I think the way that I would check it on a smaller, quote unquote, more realistic scale is kind of like the last point that you mentioned, where it's like, listen, firstly, if I'm giving that money to a friend, I would be really tight about it because I don't want to potentially impact that friendship.
Well, that's when once you lend money,
right? Like,
you're almost asking for that.
As soon as you mix business with personal, shit goes left.
Yeah.
No matter what. Right? No matter how close you are, no matter how long you've been close, et cetera, et cetera. Things just happen when money's involved, when business is involved.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I would be very cautious because that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm tarnishing, or I'm potentially tarnishing a friendship.
Yep.
So, that being said, my friend is taking forever to give me that money back. It's hard for me because it's like, I don't like confrontation too much. But you also have to know when to stand your ground, obviously, and you know.
Sometimes you just gotta, hey, where's my money?
And be like,
where's my money? Where's my money?
So there is a part of me that'll get to that and be like, where's my money? But at the same time, I think I would try to reason with the person and say, listen, you owe me $500. You told me you were going to give it to me on June 3rd.
Yo, man, yo, see the way this shit working?
It is now July 15th.
Yo, man, the way this shit's working right now.
And I still don't have my $500.
Yo, man, times are just hard right now.
I understand times are hard.
I'm working on it.
And times are hard for everyone.
Yo, you gotta give me some time,
When can you get me $100?
Yo, fam, yo, can you give me like...
When can you get me $50?
Yo, fam, I'm working hard. Yo, I'm putting in this extra overtime. Okay. Yo, fam, you gotta feed the family.
I understand that.
Yo, bills are there.
I understand that. I also understand that I need my money.
Yo, like I said, I got you. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, I got you.
I hope you understand that moving forward, you will never get a single penny from me. Like, I hope you're aware of that.
Man? I told you I got you, man. You just gotta chill, bro. Chill.
I can chill as much as I want,
bro. I got you.
But as I chill, you're also never going to get a single penny from me ever again.
Yo, I hope you're aware of that, bro. Chill, man. It's not that serious.
If this is what it takes for me to get my $500,
I told you I got you back.
It shows me that you're not reliable enough to stand by your word.
I told you I got you, man. You just gotta give me some time.
So until you give me that $500 total that you owe me,
overreacting, bro.
You are not being considered for a red cent, because the Jamaican in me will come out. You are not entitled to one red cent.
You're overreacting, bro. I told you I got you, man.
From here on forward.
Stop overreacting.
But like, I guess that's what I would do is that, like, I would just kind of I would find the smaller amounts. And if you start tiptoeing over smaller amounts, I would have to assume it's an L.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
I assume it's an L. I'm like, you know what? I lost $500. I'm never going to get back from this person. But I'm also never going to really check for this person or care to maintain a relationship with this person. That's where the friendship would completely go away and the business would become more important than the friendship at that point. And I think that's okay, because if that person really is your friend, they'll do something. Bro, I'll give you $20 right now. Let's count the tab. Now my tab's at $480. Like, if it has to get to that, a good
friend, they will figure out a way to pay you back.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, all right, I got 3 PS controllers. Let me sell 1 PlayStation controller then.
Yeah, that's what
you go take the controller. Nah, I'll sell the controller. I'll get you $40 by the time I sell it. something.
You want to see like.
You want to see the effort.
Yeah, like
right?
I said, if someone said here, like I couldn't make all the 500, but I would have been able to 150, for example. Here's 150, and everything I have in my baby mom's savings, I made her loan me $200. I'm like, all right, and I get you. Like I'm not saying like I need, but I want to see that effort that you're at least making an effort.
But that's the thing, right? It's not that I'm saying to you, show me your bank statement. But let's say, for example, you had showed me your bank statement, and you're like, bro, look, I'm really fucking zeroed out.
Yeah.
But you still gave me the last 40, let's say you had $100 to your name and you gave me 40 of that because you still got to eat at the end of the day. Then I'll be like, you know what? I see you making the effort.
So I'm gonna let it ride. I
will hold that 40.
Of course.
Because I'm still taking the 40.
Yeah, it's like, you still owe me money.
You still owe me money, $460. It's not forgotten.
But I'm gonna ease up because I know you're
I'm gonna ease up for a bit. Exactly. I'm gonna ease up for a bit because I see you're struggling.
Yeah.
To keep it a buck with you.
But now you see this man driving a new car.
That's wild.
Man's eating out every day. He's at the club. He's at F-stop popping bottles.
We ain't friends, man.
And like man saying, and then you call him the next day.
Friends,
and he's like, "Yo,
friends better than your friends."
I don't have the money. It's like slash your tire. Like, all right, now you got the money, right?
Yo, that's crazy. I don't know,
slashing
man.
Your tire every night. Slash your tire.
To me, that's insane, bro. That like Lee Daniels just won't give him the money. Right, and like, I don't know if you saw the clip, but like,
I didn't.
Lee was trying to be all calm, like, Dame, I'm sorry, not Dame. He called him his full name. Damon, listen, Damon, you're absolutely right. I'm wrong. I owe you money.
Where the fuck's my money?
I'm sorry, Damon. So where the fuck is the money?
I know you owe me money. Like, I'm not here to ask about. We know you owe me money.
And my opinion of Dame Dash used to be like not negative, but like it was like cocky in that sense.
Because that Breakfast Club interview.
Partially because of that. But then I listened to his audiobook, Culture Vulture, and it gave me a lot of insight into Dame. He's not really like cocky. He's just like insightful and confident in what he sees.
I agree.
Think about it in this way. He gave Lee Daniels $2 million. Lee Daniels, since that, has made Precious, Empire, and whatever that other show is. Right?
That I know of. He's probably made more too.
He's probably done way more shit, and I'm sure he's done way more shit beforehand. But I'm talking about the level that he's at right now. Dame Dash assisted in the rise of Jay-Z. Dame Dash assisted in the rise of Kanye West. Dame Dash, I believe, had an early hand on some of Kevin Hart's success as well. So Dame Dash clearly has an eye for talent.
Yeah.
And that made me just like appreciate his confidence more because it's like he's not cocky. He's not talking out of his ass. He's talking at a proven like, yo, like I've done this before.
Yeah, even Charlamagne said that interview is like he came off wrong.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't trying to. He was just trying to pretty much say like, be a boss.
Pretty much.
But he came off wrong as saying if you have a job, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, he came off with like, oh, 9 to 5, you're a sucker. Like, no, you're not a sucker. It's just, I mean, some people got to do that.
Yeah, you got to leave.
But of course, you want to kind of
work
towards that or understand that still exists even with a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I work 9 to 5s. We're here,
shout out.
You know, and we record a podcast every week.
Hey, we're working for
something that we enjoy, and it's something that might take us to that next level.
Where we don't got to work this 9 to 5.
Exactly. Right?
Exactly.
So
that's the goal. That's
under what Dame had technically said were suckers.
Pretty much because we have a boss.
What Dame had meant was exactly what we're doing right now.
Like, yo, work that 9 to 5 and but don't make that your life. You know, work.
Pretty much. Do other things. Don't live. Go on your Gary V wave. Don't
get your second hustle.
Get your second hustle. According to Gary V, you can sell everything on eBay. Everything is worth something. Pick up everything in your house and make $57 a day. Like Gary V is on a different energy.
Yo, that guy's crazy.
I want to read his books. Shout out to him. Where are we going, man? I think we're done with that Dame Dash shit.
Yeah,
Let's get into sports a little bit. I want to talk about the NBA awards a little bit. Anything interesting there? Any surprises there?
KC did not shout out Toronto.
I thought he did.
No. So was he didn't shout out to I didn't really see a speech. I only saw like a 10-second clip.
But supposedly
he only shouted out. Yeah, he won Coach of the Year.
That was expected in my eyes. Yeah, a lot of people thought Kirk Snyder would win, a Utah coach. Some people thought Brett Brown had a chance in Philly.
Philly had
some people liked D'Antoni to win it. 65 games is a lot.
It is.
You got to remember that's 7 games removed from 72 and 10 Bulls.
That is.
Like,
this year had a lot of good coaches.
Yes.
Even Boston's coach, a lot of people wanted
what's his name? Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens
because
to
of
win
what he did.
with his 2 superstars gone, he led with a rookie and a third-year player.
Fucking Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like,
But who expected that from a rookie? Where's Lonzo Ball?
Well, Lonzo Ball's
But that's what I'm
season
saying. It's like Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. It's like going to playoffs with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. That's what he did with Jason Tatum and.
Well,
and,
at that
Jaylen
point,
Brown.
you'd have to substitute Julius Randle for Al Horford.
Okay, well, yeah, that
and
too.
you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more to it than that. And you'd have to put the Lakers in the East. But I think Casey deserved it. How many games did we win? 59?
Yeah, 59 games.
Oh, that's a banger. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I was kind of we didn't get to that 16.
Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year. How annoyed are you of people really thinking Mitchell got robbed?
Mitchell played amazing, don't get me wrong, but Ben Simmons played way better. I'm pretty sure he averaged more points.
I just don't understand.
He averaged more assists. He averaged more rebounds.
I think Mitchell averaged more points, but Ben Simmons literally
ran his team.
Has more assists, more rebounds, probably not more steals.
His team went farther in the playoffs.
His team went further. What?
It made no sense.
The argument? Where's the argument?
I don't get what the argument was.
Because people are thinking about last third of the season plus playoffs Mitchell versus final round Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
But this is a season award. It's not a playoff award.
It's not.
So it's like, what are you talking about?
It's not who had the hottest few games.
Ben Simmons was putting up triple fucking doubles.
That's what I'm saying. Ben Simmons was putting up triple doubles.
Like,
I don't see what the argument here. When people say that, I'm like, you're dumb. You clearly don't watch basketball.
Do you think they need to change the rule? Because I actually think no.
No, what's the
rule?
Ben
Simmons is not the first example of this quote unquote red shirt rookie.
Didn't Blake Simmons win Rookie of the Year? And he sat out his Blake Griffin. Blake Simmons?
Yeah, you said Blake Simmons. That's funny.
Blake Griffin. He was an all-star his first year technically as a rookie.
Same shit happened to Blake Griffin.
He was a rookie. He was an all-star that year and he won Rookie of the Year. He didn't play his whole first year.
I'm trying to remember who else got red-shirted. Didn't Embiid? No.
Embiid didn't play the first 2 years.
He played a game, no?
No,
he wasn't eligible to be a rookie when he actually started playing regularly. Because I think he had technically played a game.
No, he was supposed to win Rookie of the Year last year.
No,
it was last year. Last year was his first year. He played 23 games and then he got hurt again. Not last year, the year before last year.
That's what I meant, right? But he was supposed to win it.
And it was if he played the rest of the season because he came in in December, but he was.
So here's my point now. People were excited at the time for Joel Embiid. Oh my God, this guy's a beast. Too bad he only played 20 games. Otherwise, he would have been guaranteed Rookie of the Year.
That's what everyone was saying.
So everyone was on that. Mm-hmm. Everyone loved when Blake did it. Why do we now have a problem with Ben Simmons doing it? Is it because everyone wants to fall in love with Donovan Mitchell?
Pretty much. Everyone wants to be like Donnie V. That's the guy.
Like,
he's not the guy. Unfortunately, he just... Don't get me wrong. He's a good player. Ben Simmons it's like MVP. Everyone wants to say LeBron should win. And LeBron... I'm
tired of people putting up those fucking total stats numbers.
That's
LeBron versus Harden.
Stats
that's 500 more minutes.
Stats don't determine everything. Stats don't determine everything.
No, but I'm saying they didn't put PPG assists per game. They put total points, total assists, total. Of course, LeBron's numbers are going to be higher. He plays 10 more games,
and he plays in the East.
But he played 10 more games. Of course, his total numbers are going to be higher.
Yeah.
What are you proving by saying LeBron has 2,800 points and James Harden has 2,500 points?
Nothing.
What are you proving by that? All you're proving is LeBron played 10 more games and 500 more minutes. Or
James Harden should have won MVP.
That's it. James Harden's been deserved.
LeBron
the MVP
played amazing, but
a few years at this point.
Yeah, this is his third year, pretty much in the running.
But at this point, again, 60. I don't in all this discussion, nobody talks about a 65 winning Houston team versus a 52 win Cleveland team.
That's why
I'm sorry. Where's the argument?
The only reason is because he said LeBron was the only player on his team.
Okay.
But I do give them that.
And if LeBron as one player had won 60 games, then it's a different discussion. But it's 52 games in the East.
Well, let's put it this way: if you had Kyrie and he won 62 or he won 66 now, would you say LeBron should win MVP?
Yes, because at that point, LeBron more than likely would be putting up very similar numbers. And at that point, the team criteria, because at the end of the day, the MVP award still very much relies on your team's output.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but you're not if you're putting up 35-5-5 and your team wins 36 games,
you're not the MVP.
You're not the MVP.
I get that.
That's
do
Kevin
get
Love
that.
in Minnesota at that point.
I understand.
Those are false numbers.
I understand both parties. In this case, I do understand. If LeBron won, I wouldn't have been mad.
I would have been mad because I think James Harden would have ended up turning into D Wade, where he's been snubbed so many times, where he's just never going to win it now.
Okay, yeah, let's put it that way. I would have been mad, but I would have understood. If that makes sense.
Kobe has one MVP.
Kobe has only one MVP?
That's all I'm going to say. D Wade has 0, Kobe has 1, Steve Nash has 2.
2, yeah. He won the cold one with Dirk.
Steph Curry has 2 or 3? 2.
KD has 1.
Deserving.
Westbrook has 1.
OKC drafts 3 MVPs in a row.
That's fucked.
That's crazy.
The team had 3 MVPs at one point.
And of all people, Serge Ibaka is the one that fucked it all up.
Because Serge Ibaka was not really his age. Serge Ibaka's like 44. Let's be honest.
That guy's on one.
Heard about that trade? Austin Rivers? Trade from your Golden State Clippers. Golden State Clippers, wow. Los Angeles Clippers.
Yo, man, my Clippers are here to play. My Clippers are signing a mega star. You heard it here first. The Clippers will acquire either Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Or Paul George.
No.
Not LeBron James.
Nope, definitely not LeBron.
Although before or while we were recording, LeBron is in the PJ, if I'm not mistaken.
He's in LA.
He's in LA. I think he was coming from a trip. What did the Score app say? I want to load this up actually.
I gotta check it. I don't remember.
I want to load this up. Let's do our Kukels. LeBron is spotted in the LA airport ahead of free agency.
He's sitting out with Jeannie Buss. Come on.
Ahead of free agency. Oh, they took a photo of him and everything.
I see that. Damn.
Here's an interesting take I have with LeBron. We'll quickly get into LeBron and then we'll wrap up. I think LeBron is going to LA almost to 100% because I think he wants to fully invest in his son.
I think he just wants to invest in his brand. Where else would you? It's arguably the biggest market, and he's the biggest basketball athlete.
Yes and no, but when we have this market conversation, we're truly in a globalized world.
What I mean by market,
being in LA versus being in Ohio is not a huge difference.
No, what I mean is now he can rub elbows with the movie creators,
yes,
with the screenwriters.
Okay, that's true because he is into that.
Now, the podcast, exactly. That now this is where they all live. This is where they all work. He's in the hub of it. He's already been in a few movies before, and he is producing 2 or 3 shows. A producer with quotes, because one of those.
One of those.
But now he can do that more. He's getting to the end of his career. He needs to find his second hustle. I call it your after basketball hustle. And he's LeBron James.
I still
Anyone will
can't
hire
picture him in LA.
I don't want to picture him in LA, but unfortunately, I
can't
think
picture LeBron James in the West. If LeBron James go to the West,
it will suck for
Tell
the
me
East.
5 players that the East has left.
DeMar DeRozan.
When you
Victor Oladipo.
All we have is DeRozan, Depot, Embiid.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Knee problems. Is he ever going to play again? Who knows?
Yeah, he will. He just tore his ACL.
He will. No, but that's
ACL's a year injury.
It's not just tore your ACL.
What I mean is it's a year
you come
injury.
Back, you're never the same.
What I'm trying to say is it's a year injury, so you're not.
He's a big man. He's 7'3". Not 7'3", he's 7'2".
He's 7'2".
Yeah.
Giannis. We have Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't think he's for real.
You don't think he's for real?
I really don't think
he needs more shooters around him.
He's missing something.
He needs more shooters. He needs he can't.
They had Tony Snell.
His team doesn't space the floor for him.
Yeah, it's true.
And he can't shoot, so he can't space the floor himself. He doesn't create that.
We need the Raptors to get Jabari Parker. Oh, did you see? We're shopping both Ibaka and Valanciunas.
Yes, we need big men. We need good big men.
Shop them both.
We have no big men.
I love what JV did last year or this past year. Because it shows his true value as a true big man.
Yeah, he increased his value for sure.
Serge Ibaka, it is what it is.
That guy's 36. Let's be honest. He's not 29.
That guy's not 29, whatever the fuck he says he is. What else, man? Do we have any random thoughts? Anything on your mind? How are you feeling?
I'm nice. I'm nice.
Nice.
Long weekend. Everyone stay warm.
Stay warm. In the system. Starting to feel it now.
Stay cool out there.
It's a heat wave in the city.
We're going to the beach tomorrow, so that's going to be litty.
It's going to be litty.
Yeah,
We got the tent that blocks 90% of the sun.
Shout out,
Shout out to that
cool,
tent
guys.
Purchase.
Turn on the AC, guys. It's worth it. It's hot out there.
It's fucking hot as a motherfucker.
Stay cool. That's what I'm saying. Drink some water. Make sure you don't get dehydrated. Don't play sports outdoors this week, guys.
Yo, you know what
it's
cheeses
not the
me?
Weekend for sports.
People that jog in the middle of the day.
Oh, why does that cheese?
Because that tells me you don't know what you're doing.
It just means they don't have a job.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying back in the day, not back in the day, but when you would play outdoor ball.
Yeah.
You would only play outdoor ball 6, 7, or 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, because my mom told me the sun's hella hot at that point.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to get
never see
dehydrated.
Anyone playing ball at noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
You're trying to die?
The worst time to play ball.
You're trying to die? You're just going to pass out on that court.
Also the worst time to jog.
I agree.
So I was driving today. I was going to see the Banksy.
Yo, that shit was sick. Yo, we should do a review on that later.
We should have done a review on Banksy.
We'll do next episode. How much time do we got?
Whatever. We'll see how this goes. I was driving downtown. And I saw, whatever, I'm in the downtown core. Not core, but Toronto West.
Yeah.
Toronto West area. And I'm seeing this girl wearing the full Instagram ensemble.
That means she's showing her tits in her
1:32 p.m. jogging. And I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck are you doing?
Yo, she's at home. She want to get her exercise in.
She's doing it for the gram.
She stop for selfies?
She's doing it for the gram.
She stop for selfies?
Probably.
Yo, I'm dead.
Probably. What else we got, man? I think that's it.
Let's go to CCS.
Let's go straight to the CCS. Do you want to get to that Banksy review?
Let's do it next week.
Let's do it next week.
Yeah, I might say some stuff. I don't know how long it's going to take. Next you know, we're up here for like 6 hours.
That's true. And we're already pushing 2. Hey, man. Yo, guys. What do you want us to do when there's so much shit to talk about?
There's so much shit. We have so much to talk about. Guys.
Joe Budden put out a 3-hour podcast this past week.
Christ.
So we're allowed to do 2 hours. Bear with us. But you know what? We really appreciate you guys sticking for us for this long. At the end of the day, we really do appreciate it. Let's get into that CCS, man. It's that crazy Canadian shit. Now, as usual, it's those crazy stories from right here in Canada. They're eye-raising. They're what the fuck. You don't even know what the hell's going on. And really what it is, now some of these stories come from the West. Some of these stories come
West
from
side?
Toronto. We haven't really gotten any Eastern stories now that I think about it. Low
I'll
key.
do some more research into that next week.
Low key.
Some weird shit that goes on there. It's a weird place in the East.
This week we have a couple of them. I think they're all Toronto based.
Mine's Toronto, Montreal.
I have one. Let me get into mine first. Mine is kind of Toronto, I guess. So what happens is now Canadians will have their phones searched when crossing the border.
Boo.
So I'm just gonna say I'm really glad that the Cheesecake Factory is now in Yorkdale Mall.
Hey, shout
because
out!
Now there's no reason to drive to Buffalo. Yeah, nothing's there. Burlington Coat Factory, trash. Walden Galleria, trash. Cheesecake Factory, Yorkdale Mall.
We got it.
So there's no reason.
The dollar's not that great anyway.
Dollar sucks.
So we ain't trying to buy your shit.
But remember what Trump said the other day? Trump was like, Canadians are... he made some funny shit. He's like, oh, Canadians, they're buying stuff from our stores and putting the shoes on their feet and then crossing the border. And I'm thinking, this guy's crazy. But then I was thinking in my head, we've been doing that.
We've been doing that. Every time I bought, I was wearing 3 shirts and 2 hoodies and a jacket across that border.
Yo, that's
like, you guys buy anything? Nah, we didn't buy shit. I'm just hot as fuck in this 6 jackets.
You know what happened to me the other day? Not the other day, but the last time I went to Buffalo, which would have been like 2.5 months ago, I have a bunch of equipment in my car from like exercising outside. So I have like cones, I have a battle rope, I have some next shit, whatever. No tags on them or anything like that. They look very used. There's a whole bunch of other old shit in there too.
Yeah.
The damn patrol guy, whatever you want to call them, says
he bought them.
When did you get them? How much are they worth? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. I got them how long ago? Do you have receipts? No, I don't have receipts. Look how long ago. Like they look old.
The shit coming off of it.
Oh, I'll let you go this time, but just keep in mind that you can be charged for this. Duties or whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, get the fuck out of here. So now they're going to do that for sure. So now I have no reason to go to Buffalo.
I got stopped at the border once. I remember. I went in. I think I had like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes in my car. This is when the dollar was better. So I used to buy shoes in the States.
Yeah.
And get to the board, and the guy's like, "Yo, did you buy anything?" And of course, I have to say yes because I can only wear 2 pairs of shoes or 1 pair of shoes at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Yeah, I bought like 2 pairs of shoes." Of course, I lie. I bought like 3 or 4.
Don't
But
care.
I'm like, "All right, can you go to the left over there?" Like, fuck. So I go to the left. They're like, "Yo, pump your truck." I pump my trunk. They search it like, "All right, you just bought these shoes?" I'm like, "Yeah." I had some other clothes in there too. I bought. I was like, "No, those are old. Those are old. Just the shoes."
That's
It's like, "All right, you got to pay tax on these shoes. These are like $300 shoes." I'm like, "Fuck, how much am I pay tax on these?"
Goddamn.
So I go to the counter and like, "Okay, where's the receipt?" And I opened one receipt and it was like $50. I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna show them the same receipt like 3 times." So I showed them the same receipt 3 times for like $50. I ended up paying like $20 in taxes.
Guy's a goof. I think the same time that the guy was questioning me for my used equipment, which is stupid. I actually had like a box of like hot sauce in the front seat,
Damn.
and he didn't see that. And the hot sauce was worth like $150. Like,
Jesus
it was
Christ.
like 15 different hot sauces, right, or 10 different hot sauces, and he didn't even look. And that box was sealed. And I was just like, "Fucking box is sealed, bro."
You didn't see that.
He didn't see that, and he wants to question me on my fucking pop the trunk.
Hey, let him question on that one.
At the end of the day, it didn't cost me a damn thing. So
Exactly.
I'm happy. What was yours?
Yo, this came out this week. 2 Canadian airports just won the award for the slowest Wi-Fi in all of North America.
The slowest Wi-Fi in all of North America. That includes Mexico.
It
Yes.
just said North America, so I'm assuming that includes Mexico.
That is crazy.
You want to know which airports?
I'm gonna guess Toronto Pearson,
Yes,
and I'm
and
gonna guess probably something in Vancouver.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yep.
That makes sense.
They end up with Montreal is Pierre Trudeau's father.
Yeah. Okay.
Pearson ended up with 7.1 megabytes or
That's
megabits
trash.
per second, and Pierre Trudeau ended up with 6.4.
That's so trash.
And you want to know the worst / best? The worst part of this? Last year they were ranked the worst, but they got better this year. But they're still ranked the
Oh my
worst.
god! Hey, at least improvement.
We're
Some-
still ranked the worst. Though.
Some politician would angle that and say, "Listen, it was a 20% increase in speed. We know what we're doing, so just bear with us." That's the politician.
It also said Bell's service is the fastest in all of Toronto, and TELUS is the fastest in all of Montreal. Well, not all of, but in Montreal.
Bell is supposed to be the fastest in Toronto. I've heard that before. TELUS is supposed to be best nationally. I've heard that before. Rogers been trash. Yeah.
So what did I say? I said it was 7.1 for Toronto and 6.4 for Montreal.
Yeah.
The fastest was Seattle Tacoma
Okay.
at 103.
Jesus Christ, that's faster than my home.
Second place was Denver,
Okay.
which actually supposedly 2 years ago was faster than Seattle, but now
That's why you got to make weed legal.
it's
'Cause you get faster Wi-Fi at the airport.
7.87.
70?
78.7.
78.7. That's solid.
And we are here at 7.1.
7.1.
So shout out to Toronto,
That's
man.
so trash.
But that's my CCS for the week.
That is so trash. Okay, I got one more CCS story for
Drop
you.
it for them.
Now this, I'm gonna just read the article, or the headline at least. This Toronto escape room. So for those that don't know what escape rooms are, how would you even describe it? I don't even know.
Yeah, you have a limited time around
You have a-
limited amount of time to get out of a certain amount of a certain scenario.
Yes,
With
you're usually in a
clues.
room. The room is usually dark. It's usually themed, so it can be horror themed, or I think I saw one that was sort of sports themed as well, if I'm not mistaken. I've been to a couple of them via
I've been
work
to a few
events.
too.
So yeah, escape rooms they're pretty dope. But yeah, anyways, this Toronto escape room puts you inside a plane that is about to crash.
That's sick.
And it is intense. So it's giving you that final destination type of feel to it.
I kind of like that.
Now, I'm saying a whole bunch of fuck that.
I kind of like that.
I wouldn't go.
I would do it. I love
think
I love
think
escape
would go.
rooms.
I'm tripping. I think I would go when I'm off that, you know what I mean?
God's
You know
green
what I
earth,
mean?
the GGE.
The GGE, you know what I mean?
That GGE gets your brain thinking.
That would be crazy though.
For real.
Would they be like liable for people? No, they probably make you sign a waiver.
Oh yeah, they would sign a waiver like, yo, if you
That
get hurt,
if something really happens to you, like
We
you
ain't
really
doing
get
shit.
some kind of episode, then we're not responsible. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think that would be sick. Though. I would like to do it and give out a review.
Yeah. Let's do that. We're eventually gonna have to make that happen.
All right, it's coming, guys. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. We're getting that Final Destination escape room review. We're gonna put it up for the city and see what it is. Let's see what's up. What it is.
What it do?
What's up? What's
what it
up?
do? What it do?
I don't even remember the lyrics to that. What else we got, man? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
2 hours, man. It's been another 2-hour episode. Guys, we really appreciate you guys sticking with us.
Thanks for rocking
those
with
that
us.
Are listening to the end, thank you so much.
TNV.
You rock. Don't
You're
ever
awesome.
change.
Do change. Change your underwear. Change your underwear. That shit smells.
As usual, guys, you can find us on all socials. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Trying to get Facebook going, man. That shit's too difficult.
It's hard to maintain like 3 social media things at the same time.
I just don't understand. Facebook's not letting me connect. But anyways, fuck it. So we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Very active on there, guys. It's all one word, at True North Views. Please give us a follow.
Don't ask me to spell it.
Tell a friend. Don't ask Shola to spell it. I will. It's True North Views. TrueNorthViews. Look that up and again, share the word, spread the word.
Tell a friend.
Just don't forget, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And as usual, guys, this does bring you to another end of the True North Views podcast.
So continue this conversation by telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend, man. It's 6 degrees of separation as usual. If 6 people tell 6 more people and they proceed to tell 6 more people, and you wash and you rinse and you
recycle.
Recycle?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yo, you know what I just took in? Low key, the shampoo instructions were very ambiguous.
What, rinse, repeat, and recycle?
It was wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
So if you kept repeating,
you never stop till the bottle's done.
You would never stop till the bottle's done. Like, why can't it? Why did nobody point this out?
This is a GGE thought.
Why did nobody point this out? I'm just gonna bring.
Because they assume you will put the stop yourself when you feel it's ready.
Man, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, we really appreciate it if you would share that word. Visit us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Visit us on SoundCloud.
Hey,
rate, comment, follow, subscribe. Share, post, repost,
talk, DM,
interact with us, man. We love the interactions. Twitter interactions are picking up lately, and we're loving that because we want to incorporate that into our podcast episodes.
For real. We get some people say some good, cool stuff on Twitter.
People say some good shit.
We like to bring that shit back.
So shout out to them, man. Now, just in case you guys forgot, do not forget about that number 1 rule.
Yo, never forget to watch out for the wastemans out there.
Watch out for the wastemans out there, guys. It's True North Views. Just in case you forgot, I go by the name of Harris.
You can call me JustShola.
It's True North Views. It's episode 10.
We out, homie.
We out here, man. Stay safe, guys. You already know what it is.
Drink some water. Stay cool this weekend.